Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DSFL Alumni charity stream, our off-season event slash charity stream for the Yes 28 season. I am Darkness Rising, the HO member and the organizer of the charity stream, and with me today is a team of reps from all across the DSFL who will now go ahead and introduce themselves.
Okay, I guess we're doing this in call order. Hi there, I'm Blasoon. I'm the current GM for the Orange County Otters, but if you're really stuck in the past, you might know me from when I was GMing the Norfolk Seawolves.
Mac, that's you.
Oh, sorry. I had myself muted. I'm McGriddle Lover. I just chill on New York right now, but for all you guys that are still living in the past, like all of us on the stream, I was the GM and co-GM of Kansas City for a couple seasons off and on.
I am Modern Duke. I am one of the co-founders of the London Royals. That's your defending Ultimate Champion, London Royals. I was a GM for like the first season and a half, but have been in the war room ever since.
Hi, I'm Quest. I am a Portland alum. I was the GM for the Portland Pythons during the legendary Poop Snack era, and I am your reigning MVP, and I will be saying that at all opportunities.
I am Tom Hanks. I am the current DSFL commissioner. If you're living in the past, I am the New Orleans GM. And if you're living even further in the past, the Tijuana GM.
Okay, thank you. We were meant to have one more, but they may came as a special late guest. We'll see how that goes. But I guess I should start by explaining how this tournament's gonna work. So, for those that don't know, this is a single bracket elimination tournament, which means one game. If you lose, you're done. If you win, you go through. So there'll be 7 games in total played. I will be streaming them all here live with a bit of commentary and just talking about the teams in general. Between each game, we'll be doing a charity raffles. I have them all loaded up on a wheel. So it'll look like this. This is an example one, and spin. Makes funny noises. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing here today.
Oh, wait.
So my first question goes to all the hosts. So for this tournament, what we did is we seeded every team by their win rate since London and Dallas came into the league. And when I say we, I mean numbers. Numbers did the sim file, the schedule, the graphics you see. Numbers did everything, so huge shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's been doing great.
Love your numbers.
Like 2, like 1, 2, 4, 7, 1, 5.
Real
I'd like
numbers.
to say numbers is a bum, and he knows it.
So the teams are all seeded 1 to 8 by their win rate since I think it's S22 when London and Dallas came in.
Yep, that's the one.
Which team do you think is seeded number 1? So in the last 8 seasons, which team has the highest win rate?
Is this
We're all
regular
gonna say
season?
the
The most
teams we're
consistent.
repping, right? Like,
I feel like it could be Portland. Portland's had
I was
quite a
thinking
few
Portland.
good seasons here at the end that have been really successful. We had a lot of mixed seasons, but we haven't. I don't know that we've had some truly bad seasons like some of the other teams here.
I know that London has only missed the playoffs twice in their existence, so my guess is London, obviously.
We got a London, we
I
got
think
a
it's
Portland.
yeah. I think if you're looking at a team from the NFC, you're probably looking at Myrtle Beach.
The SFC.
Do we have
Is
any
that
guesses
right
for
or
last?
backwards? It makes more sense if it's the SFC. Whoopsie.
I'm gonna look at this because I feel like
It's not Tier 1.
DSFL success is probably not the best metric to look at for this particular tournament because
It's so up and
If
down.
you have people who you develop and then get called up, that hurts your DSFL success, but is going to help you here in this tournament. So I don't know necessarily that like the best DSFL team, which I will grant Quest is Portland over the last few seasons, is going to be the most successful team here.
Yeah, I think if you're going to look at like who's going to do the best in the tournament, I think you got to look at the teams that had the best classes from that S22 to S24 era.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that becomes a whole because you're looking at who promoted the most people that are going to be 1,000+ TPE players in this tournament.
And
Yeah.
I'll also say that positions matter too, because I know that London has the two highest TPE players in the league, but they're both quarterbacks. So obviously you can only play one of those. So that
At a time,
true.
Yes. You have like 1,500 extra
Your
TP in
quarterback
the quarterback
system.
position than any other team in this series. So I guess without further ado, we'll go on to see. And that is not what I wanted. This screen. It is actually Portland that is seed 1, so we were correct. And you can see, you can pretty much see every team that's in their rankings. London 2nd,
You heard it here first, everybody. Portland
Myrtle
is
Beach
the
and
best
Buccaneers
DSL team.
are 3rd, the first from their conference with Tijuana.
which team has the most championships?
That
Okay,
is
Boomer.
a good question.
Season 22.
Since 22, London has two.
London is
I actually
2.
don't know the number since
Bondi Beach
22.
is
I just know
2.
Tijuana has 8 and has the
Tijuana
most
has 2.
championships of any team
I
in
think
either league.
it's a freeway tie between London, Tijuana, and Bondi Beach at 2 apiece. Since big
Look,
class.
as we've all been saying, victories don't matter.
For sure.
It's about
Definitely.
Totally.
culture.
Okay,
Okay.
so we start the first game, Dallas at Tijuana.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, as you can see, special field again, made by numbers. Must feel weird playing a game without music.
Oh, don't worry. We'll just our dulcet tones will be enough.
I'm just
Wait.
pulling up the rosters right now, trying to see if
Mhm.
Oh, early
you know,
touchdown.
Dallas.
Oh,
Wow. I was going to say
48-yard
Dallas has a
touchdown.
couple of great quarterbacks and a couple of great wide receivers, so look at them to get involved in the
Pretty quick.
passing game.
Pretty quick 48-yard touchdown.
Yeah, do you know what's
Yeah,
funny?
Monty Jack being Dallas's quarterback is just absolutely spoiling them. He has been so solid his whole time.
And being
mean,
able to pass
You have
to
William Lim.
Lim, who just what?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! Another
Scavia
touchdown.
and Raymond.
Oh, you know, just a fun little tidbit for all the listeners at home. Tom Hanks was on our little warm-up call talking a lot about how much he hates sim testing percentages, and I think that the sim heard him. I really think it did, because Tijuana have been just struck by 2 early scores in the first quarter. TH, how you feeling about this?
Well, as always, first of all, fuck the DSPF and Wolverine Studios.
Well, we're going blue already. Sorry, kids.
Oh,
Darkness, I have a
naturally.
question.
Where
There's a
else
question I
do you
don't know
go
if you
when you're down
know the answer
14
to.
nothing?
Do you know what, though? I think I speak for a lot of SFC teams when I say catharsis.
Darkness, do you happen to know how the O-line
generally,
bots were made for this?
The what?
Do you know how the O-line bots were decided for this? Because some teams might not have a full offensive line in Alumni.
Let me go back
Just
to my
curious.
expert and I can answer that. I know
and
some
Darkness
teams had
can correct me
4 or
here,
5
is
members of
550.
O-line, and then others only had like 1.
I think what it ended up being was if you had a hole, it was 550 PPE bots, but I'm not 100%
I
on that.
think so. Because if you go look at, and I have it broken
So-
down by each position. The highest amount of TPE for O line is 3,900 for Minnesota. The lowest is 396 for
Okay.
Dallas.
Oh my goodness.
So that's the difference
I was
between
looking
having
at Dallas
5
only has
active
one.
O line and 1 by themselves.
It has been disappointing to see Tijuana's offense be kind of stonewalled here because they
Oh,
they do
absolutely
have
stymied, yeah.
they do have their own share of really good offensive pieces. You have Richard Gilbert as the running back.
I
You have
mean,
last season's MVP in Slothlessberger.
Yeah, and backing him up is Mike Boss Jr., the quarterback of Sarasota, who obviously has been quite successful.
You have
Jackson
Kingston and Barker
Kingston,
on the
Ed
outside.
Barker, yeah, Mark Walker. And you
Yeah, just
have
kidding.
two of the best offensive linemen in Adam Mellett and Calvin Golladay.
I think it's going to have to be this
stymied by
secondary that's
Dallas.
going to have to do work. They put in a good play there, but Tijuana's got a pretty stacked secondary alumni roster.
If I'll go through the stats with you, Tijuana have the second highest TPE team out here, compared to Dallas with the 5th.
Oh wow!
Dallas
God,
And
and
it
that's a
is
fumble.
not going well.
No.
Dallas's
Kinda
ball
surprising.
catches, so wide receiver and tight end, is 3rd. Tijuana's 4th. The front 7, so defensive end, defensive tackle, linebackers, 3rd for Dallas, 8th for Tijuana. But that secondary, Tijuana 1st, and Dallas is 6th. So you would
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
definitely about
You'd
Tijuana
think
secondary.
there's
Tijuana
absolutely no wonder
would be
for that
able to
secondary
pass
to-
like mad here. Between that wide receiver core, between Slothlessberger and Boss Jr., you'd really think they'd just be able to dot up this Dallas secondary, and they're just not doing it.
I mean,
And you
looking
think
at their
that Dallas would
roster,
be
the
able to get as
Dallas
much start?
secondary isn't too bad.
Oh, there we go. Late touchdown. See, this is the one thing when it comes to Tijuana. Cannot count Tijuana out. I remember as a young player being up on them 13-0, only to leave that game with a bitter overtime loss. You know, we're talking about how they're just not being able to get much stuff done, but I feel like the moment that we discount them, they're just going to end up turning the Jets on, and we might all look a bit foolish at the end of it, which is
In that
not
case,
my
I
win.
would love for
It's a
everyone
chunk
to
they pass
discount Tijuana entirely right now.
And I would invite
They
everyone
do
to
suck.
instead just go after. I would rather everyone to just go after TH. Although actually, if there is one Tijuana player that we can make fun of, it's Jackson Kingston. Man, what a bum of a wide receiver. I hope Davey's watching so that he understands. I think that he's probably the one letting the side down. All those weapons, and Jackson Kingston just can't be one. Truly, the biggest mistake in Tijuana's franchise history. Isn't that right, TH?
I don't know. There's a lot of mistakes there.
I may be biased, but I can think of a couple bigger mistakes in Tijuana history.
Hey, let's not
However,
talk about Picasso like that.
Let's go with yes, correct.
Ooh, and Dallas does not make the field goal, keeping this to a
They
one-score
missed.
game.
Who is
How
Dallas?
the hell did they
Look,
miss
this-
that kick?
This is the I Stegosaurus logic coming back to kill them. They have forever hated to draft any kickers, and so their starting kicker is 184 TPE Dallas Dole.
Yeah, but Dally called up this offseason.
Yeah,
He's
Dallas
yeah,
great.
an
well.
active
Oh
player.
god, that's a
Yes.
bad fumble.
And he's
I'm not saying there are
He's
some teams out there
S28.
that have some bad kicker situations. I'm just saying Dallas is now one of them.
He's one of, I think, there's 8
Okay.
S28 people, or 7. He's one of the youngest that's going to see the field.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's one of the only people that played this season in the DSFL and is on the field right now.
Congrats to him. That's
Wow.
huge.
It's a big play.
Huge
what
play.
a
57
Oh.
yards.
Sucks repose with the late pancake. Roethlisberger getting that arm warmed up. See if that can help them here in the fourth quarter.
Once
or
the
if they're
game
just
is
going to keep
over,
letting
I
up
will
big
bring up the
plays in
box
the air.
score for stats for everyone to see easier as well.
Oh, you hate to see a penalty and a bot.
What I hate to see is a passing game. Not seeing enough action from the running backs here.
Well, each team had to submit strategies and depth charts to be used in all games, so I expect most of them are relatively balanced since you're going to have both quarterback and running back stars.
There we go. There's
Oh
another
no.
touchdown.
William Lynn is the bane of the luchadors.
Well, you know, when you do talk about going balanced, it is worth noting Tijuana's kind of identity
Holy
has
crap.
been
Another
through the running
huge
game
play.
for a
Oh.
while.
Goodness.
Oh, and that's gonna be in.
There
A
it
quick
is, Ed
two-play
Barker.
drive.
You
Ed
know-
As
Barker.
much as I say the running game's the identity, wow, does that passing game have some fire?
I think that
when
was
it
a
needs to.
two-play, 72-yard drive. That's what you need is those quick drives to overcome this lead in the fourth quarter. Only 7-point game now.
I think.
I mean,
think
yeah,
it's
as
slow
much
enough.
as we were, talking smack about the offense early in this game, it's really been the defense that has been letting him down in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think I speak for all of us when I say that when this was a 17-point game going into the half, I don't think that any of us saw the Luchadors almost coming back. They just got hooked to
Okay,
make this
wow.
goal line stand, and to
Oh,
then
no.
hopefully get picked up.
That
Does
ends that.
not happen.
Oh, look at that! I was being too nice to Tijuana. Wow.
Jeffrey
Unless
Phillips does what he can't do for Orange County and scores touchdowns in critical moments here.
Jeffrey Phillips goated, along with Bronco Mills. Oh yeah, where's Peyton? Where's Peyton on this roster?
Look, if Bronco Mills isn't
Oh
starting, I
no,
don't know what to
turnover
tell
on
you.
down. That's it. That's
gonna
the
be
end
it.
of the
That's it.
game.
That's the game. We'll take a quick look at box score so everyone can see
38
their
to
stats.
24.
Pretty much Dallas got off to a 17-0 lead and never really challenged since.
it's a perfect quarterback rating for Monty.
90% 90% completion.
11 targets for Lim, 8 catches for 155 yards.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez, that's what I'm talking about.
Tier 1 a run game, but
Who is covering Lim?
Nobody,
I don't
apparently.
know.
You can't cover Lim.
I feel like Tijuana might have been cursed by the ghost of Forrest Gump.
Look, if you
7
don't look,
Looks like 7
It-
total
it-
pass defenses for Dallas. That really helped them out as well. Holy crap! 17 pancakes from S. McKenzie.
Jesus.
jeez,
Holy moly!
that would probably
Yeah,
be a
we,
league
we,
record.
we
I'm
know
pretty sure
this. If you don't
no
have
idea
Forrest
that it-
Gump on the roster, you don't do well. New Orleans back-to-back Ultimus appearances with Forrest Gump.
I would like to say
What were we,
Slurms McKenzie
5 and 11 without
only
Forrest.
396 TPE here.
Needed to put Forrest on the Ultimate or Alumni roster.
We got game 2 coming up, and here I'm hoping to see Ryan Neggs throw just the most picks a quarterback has ever thrown. If he does, he owes me and by extension the rest of the league, or either a really nice article or a really fun rendition of an ABBA song. Personally, I'm hoping for Mamma Mia.
Minnesota's going to have, once regression kicks in, the 2 highest TP wide receivers in the league. In both myself as Sakura and Tyler's with Tachondrius Hood. So their passing game
Certainly
should be
not
pretty
the highest TP
Let
quarterback.
us hope that Negs does not hold them back. 727 TPE for this tournament. They might need to be relying on Laxon, even with those high-quality wide receivers.
Can really use the Lax and Baby Yoda combo right there. That's not bad in the backfield.
But they're going against the Myrtle Beach Buccaneers, a combination of their previous and renditions of their team, who are the highest TPE team. They have an average 1,000 TPE per player.
Jeez.
They're the only
that's what I
team
was
to
saying.
break that
I mean,
mark.
They have a pretty huge S22, a couple of critical S21 and S23 players, and that's really, really building up the core of your team.
They do probably have one of the lowest TP quarterbacks though, with Daytona.
Yes.
Other than Negs. of
Negs
course.
is lower.
Of course.
So this is a good matchup for them right now.
But they have the best wide receivers and tight ends, the second best secondary, and the fourth best front seven.
Ooh, you know what? I gotta say, I am vibing with these Buccaneer colors though, and I can tell that. Ooh, this touchdown for the Buccaneers. I can say that former Buck GM Coy is absolutely relishing at the culture he set back in season 22.
This
Oh,
quarterback
that's
very
nice.
smart.
I also just remembered I didn't do a charity raffle, so we're gonna do 2 when this game finishes.
Oh, brilliant.
I am a
Yeah,
bad
I
host.
did
I-
a charity
I
raffle.
simply-
That last game was Tijuana throwing the game away.
Ooh. Ow.
Ooh, that's a good connection to Kai Sakura to try and keep the drive alive.
All right, I want to talk about the critical position here for the Myrtle Beach Buccaneers, and that's their 3 different tight ends over 1,200 TPE. You've got Clark Boyd, Heath Evans, and James Angler on the field for Myrtle Beach. All 3 of those are higher TPE than their highest TPE wide receiver.
They're pretty much 3 of the top tight ends in the league.
Oh, absolutely.
Surely they're the 3 tight ends in the league, right?
Would Leninkowski be up there?
Lewandowski's a bit too old for that. He's an S21
Yeah, I was gonna
player.
say, surely he's regressed.
Oh,
Not sure what. I don't know if there's any big S23 tight ends that are going to be taking over.
I
But
don't know. So, Anglo had the highest, Evans second, Boyd third. Reeks fourth, Leninkowski fifth. And I don't see there is no S23 tight ends.
have to rely on a brand new S30 create to really lead the way in tight endery in the league.
Yeah, someone like Mario
Oh,
Messi, S26
Oh,
tight end.
there's Garfield Despacito Jr., big 18-yard catch. We are Despacito.
Always give it up to Garfield Despacito to defy position, TP, any kind of expectations and just ball out. And there we go.
Oh, damn. that was
Position in a
right.
big spot. He's still going to get it. Don't worry. He
Oh,
Heath Evans just wanted
those
to
tight
do it
ends.
into
Is those tight ends in the red zone?
Just too big.
burn up some time.
Just
on the
not
clock.
fair.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a pick there.
Now, something interesting in terms of the stats of these teams was, and I know because of NTG, is Myrtle Beach like to think of themselves as an O-line factory.
You're
They
about
have-
to embarrass your brother
Myrtle
on
Beach
the
like to
live
think of themselves as a
stream.
bottom.
You have Rob, the pioneer of it all. Then you Buckley, Tremblay, Beerus, and Thruster, some of the top O-line. But they actually have less O-line TPE than Minnesota.
Ooh.
Very
So
interesting.
Minnesota have
Well, Minnesota-
Julio.
Minnesota's
team
got
with
some-
Tijuana, and I
Oh,
feel
that
the
kick
need
was
to
so
Another
good.
was
get
good.
That
out,
was the end of the
build the
half.
wall,
Look
make
at
sure
that.
that don't
Keith-
get paid for it.
Chan is
Evans
good.
Oh,
He's with a big pancake.
oh,
Some random unknown
Oh,
player with a
after that.
touchdown.
what a way to end a half.
Some
in
person
Myrtle
with a
Beach.
Mickey Mouse end of season award.
There they go.
Myrtle
Down
Beach
to
have
Angler.
some pretty historical O-line players, but they're also some pretty old O-line players.
Yes, well, you have Rob, who's now officially retired in a corpse.
Good.
Where you go look at
Wow.
Minnesota,
Gonna be another.
Julio, Mo Mamba, Jar Jar, Franklin, and Gar.
This game might be out of hand.
Treasure didn't go home. So Minnesota's first in offensive line TP. Is Myrtle Beach second then, or is there another team in between them?
See, it also plays a role in which teams pick, but no, Minnesota's first, grade up, and then Buccaneers
Yeah,
are second by about 300 TPA.
Oh my
Right
God.
there, the O-line failing. Myrtle Beach is, you get a big sack. Punt.
Yeah, but still, you look at this Minnesota line, and they've just not been able to establish the run And of course, as
Oh
I
my
say that,
Except
I'm
for that.
instantly proven wrong.
With the worst take of the night right before a 56-yard rush.
And then a 19-yarder.
Ooh,
But I was going to say the same thing. They really need to get like Myrtle Beach has really been able to rely on a lot of home run plays, and you haven't seen that out of Minnesota. And you need Jamar Laxon to get that going.
exactly. I think that I I think in my eye the biggest thing that I've noticed is just these teams are both playing some incredible hero ball when the time calls for it. We've seen two runs at this point that are over 50 yards. We've seen some just incredibly long catches.
Oh yeah, but
Mm,
Myrtle Beach there pretty
It's
much
an
ran like
absolute
3
slaughter
consecutive
knocker.
long plays into scores. They
exactly.
just put their foot down and stomped on the Ducks.
But as we head into the fourth quarter, it's still a one score game.
For now.
Myrtle Beach is looking to score quickly, and Minnesota is looking to catch up.
Be a big hold here for them. And it's a
That's a
sack
good
big
from
sack.
They needed
MVP.
that.
Still going to be second and goal, but it gives them the room to keep pushing him back.
I think
Maybe get a big
that's
play in the goal.
Some-
Oh no!
There's Garfield Despacito
Yeah.
Jr.
Oh man, a
They at least
17-yard
keep him
field
for the
goal. You
3-point.
hate to see it.
well, at least he can kick
They
those.
drop him at the 1.
Well, I think this all just depends on how long this Minnesota drive lasts for. Oh my
It's a
God, there's a
sack.
fumble. There's a
Oh,
fumble.
no.
That fumble, Ryan Meggs is going to have to stay on the middle.
Hank Winchester.
That's a dagger.
Hank Winchester with the savior play. If they can convert off of this, it's game over. Oh,
Oh,
no!
fumble.
Oh
There's
no!
another
Oh, man.
fumble.
Talk about savior plays, Lawrence Bass.
Neither
gotta-
of
they
these
gotta move
teams
quick, though.
want to
There's only 8
win,
minutes
but they
left
want
here.
to lose even less.
Oh no! Critical third down.
Gets it to Jamar.
Oh, and that's a good conversion there.
Here's what I worry about Minnesota playing from behind with the lower TPE quarterback here. Oh no!
Oh.
And a punt
Yikes,
by
that
Questionable
punt-
decision.
Start playing the
Oh.
violins.
Oh, I mean that right there is just the surrender punt.
That's a surrender punt right there.
You see Myrtle
play
Beach,
calling for
they-
the win.
it doesn't look...
Gotta love the AI logic in DDSPF.
Yeah. I hope Brooks is watching. Hi, Brooks. I'm your biggest fan.
Brooks, if you're watching, once on a Wolverine Studio stream, I asked about the getting tackled on the 1 glitch. You told me that was a glitch solely in DDSPF 16 and that you had fixed it, and you didn't, and you're a liar, and I hate you.
Whilst TH drinks
That seems
angrily, we'll
perfectly fair.
congratulate the Myrtle Beach Buccaneers on advancing to the next round of this tournament.
It was a
Pretty
blink
much.
and you'll miss it game for Raftaliachan, but wow, is that some good stats.
19
14
to
attempts,
22.
The
130
long
yards, 2 touchdowns.
75 yards helps.
It sure does, but even at that point, you're still looking at a
Oh
pretty
yeah,
positive
no,
game.
I mean that was a huge game by Chan, for sure.
Both teams really had a good running game, but just look at the quarterback numbers. 82 to 63%
Shots,
completion.
I mean, look at the
Not a lot of total
yards per
production
carry
happened there,
of every running back. It's a fantastic game.
Most of the Minnesota wide receivers didn't do much. Come have a look at defense.
You hate to see the tight
How
end
many-
1 yard away from
how many-
100.
Turnovers did Ryan Meggs produce?
I think we had,
It was just the fumble, wasn't it?
yeah.
So
It's
I
just
want him to be
no
scared.
interceptions, but they're just the fumble. We got sacked twice. And then
not
pancakes.
forget our charity
No
raffles here.
Yes.
2 of them.
Yes. So. Nothing to see
Man.
there.
Give it to the Myrtle Beach to take advantage of another team having bad AI play calling.
Now, as the
Oh.
winning team, I would
Gotta
I would
love
have
it.
asked the Myrtle Beach rep which raffle we should do. So they're all
Somebody
loaded
do a
up here
Frost
with
impression.
lists. So who wants to be Frost and pick which
Hi,
raffle?
Frost. Hi there. I'm Frost. I'm from Florida. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Which raffle are we picking, Frost?
Oh man, I said do an impression,
Um,
not fucking kill him.
Let me quickly. Oh, how about we, for the audience, why don't you list off all of the things we've got on raffle tonight? And
So,
not because I don't know off the top of my head.
okay, I realize you can't see that. I have it on the match screen. So we have 7 different raffles. We have the 2x2-inch canvas painting from Moosey, which has 5 winners.
Ooh.
We have the custom jersey raffle from 37th Chamber. We have the 1-of-1 dots raffle, where you get to pick out of some unique cards. You have the, and arguably the biggest one, the Edelman jersey raffle. Hi Bailey. If anyone doesn't know, Bailey is probably would kill someone to get that and win that. We have S29 single
Probably.
PT. Sorry, that was also given up by Voltaic, so massive props to him. Single PT passes, 4th giveaway. There is also a Tijuana locker room invite. And there's also an Xbox Live membership, which there's only one person that entered, so that's kind of guaranteed who won. But still there, because it's fun.
Well, I'll do my Frost impression and just say, "Oh, hi there. Can we see the custom jersey, please?
Custom
Camping.
jersey coming
Fish.
straight up.
I don't know what a mullen is."
So all the names are preloaded, not that anyone here can see, because again I don't have my share screen properly. But we have all the names here: Laser, Glims, Mooty, Punter, Katasa, and Flashbag Soup.
I am
Shuffle it
absolutely
a
rooting for flashback soup
few
here.
times.
Let's go, dude.
Quickly.
Either you're rooting for Bagel or you're rooting for the wrong person.
You guys should now also be able to see the spinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spin
and-
that wheel.
Bagel.
Bagel. Bagel.
I mean, the wheel is shaped like a bagel.
Oh no, it's too far.
Ooh.
And we have a
Congratulations.
winner.
Congratulations.
Hello, countryman.
Yay!
So of course,
This was for the custom jersey, right? Wasn't it?
yes. So
Oh, know deeply that a chamber is thanking you for cutting down the cost of shipping.
Oh man, it would have been so funny if it had to be shipped to the Isle of Man.
I mean, chamber having to ship from the West Midlands to Washington State. That might have been the easiest thing possible.
We want to have Tom Hanks pick the other one.
oh yes,
Since
I
he's our
forgot
team
that we had a
representative.
No?
we had to. So which charity auction should we do next? TH.
You know what? If it's me picking, let's do the Tijuana locker room invite.
Tijuana locker
That's a good
room
choice.
invite.
Well,
Good
that
choice.
just makes too much sense.
I mean, it's the one I have the most stake in, right?
So we got Zane, Ross Van Punter,
Holy
Flashback
hell,
Slate.
is that a lot of Katarns?
We have, I
Holy
think
hell.
it's 10 Maddies, and then I think it's 25 Katans.
Oh my
Maddie,
And you can see at the top
really want
35
in there.
entries.
You all know who I'm rooting for here.
We'll
Yeah, let's
shuffle it
go Bagel.
around to make it interesting.
If Bagel doesn't win a single raffle here, it's our fault. Didn't root for him high enough. Bagel, 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 bagel. Oh, oh,
Ooh,
Oh,
Catan.
Katarn.
Oh,
rigged by Qatar.
London GM sneaking his way into Tijuana to spy.
That's co-GM of the year, Katarn.
Oh, absolutely.
True.
Well
Put some
deserved. I
respect
voted
on
for
it.
him.
So, our next game will be the London Royals up against the Kansas City Coyotes.
that should be
Anyone want to make a
fun
bold
Northern-
prediction?
I
wanna get
predict.
by.
Yeah,
Like every
predict
other big
that-
game in the past, Kansas City gets screwed by Simluck right at the end.
I'd
I'll
like
take
to
it.
predict that both teams will have fun.
Boo.
Yeah, it's about the friends you make along the way.
That's the real winner.
I want to see Chica just absolutely go off and be the whole MVP of the tournament.
Oh, that
Yes,
would be
this would be
nice.
Chica's final
Chica's
showing.
going to have 5
Final
touchdowns a
game.
game, 600 yards a game, and that's just the rushing stats. Going to have some more passing.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a huge game series for.
Well,
Oh,
there's already been a fumble, but recovered by
Oh,
Cash.
my-
Keep possession.
Susan Cash, an OG Royal. I think he still owns most of our receiving records.
Susan Cash Jr. is a legend.
He
and
would
I
have been
thought
one of the
anyone should
first
know
gen
who he was.
London Royals, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
have to say, really disappointed with the running back showing here. The highest TP running back in this game is going to be Gunnar Thorbjornsen at 1147, and
It's
he's
pronounced
really
Turkson.
he's really only good as a bench boy.
Agreed. Turkson is not a good player to rely on. Shout out to Z.
Oh, because he's on London, shout out to Zed. Zed Wiz, which I know he's gonna hate hearing.
If I'd have to make a realistic prediction, I think this has to be London's to lose, primarily
Yeah.
because of the weakness on the part of Kansas City's secondary. You have one player over 900 TPE, and you're starting 3 secondary players under 650.
That's
He's
2 big
excellent.
sacks.
One
Mags, Wandomin, and Steve Wadham.
Chica not having fun there.
I would hope
Sounds
that
like
the
normal
O-line would be
Chica,
a strength
unfortunately.
for Kansas City with Archstone and Quigley.
You
on
know,
the
it's
bookends.
nice that Kansas City actually has 4 people that have actually signed up for O-line. I know that's not a super fun
Oh,
position
that's
for
fun.
some people,
That's
but
good.
Thorbjornsen.
yep,
Gunnar
and
doing what he
there's
does
London
best,
scoring right
butchering a
away.
touchdown at the goal line.
Oh, that's a good return.
You get to see
Chica
what the
bombing it.
offense can do.
Chica bomb. Shout out
Lovely
to Starboy,
return.
I love you, buddy.
Now they got
Yeah.
Rando, who's been a really, really efficient power back, who's done a lot of good job in short yard situations, but we'll see how far that gets him.
Oh, they
Cheeky fourth
go
down
for it.
attempt there on a 4th and 5.
Reading the YouTube chat, just for you, Infinite, do know
Oh.
that whilst we have Chica, there is also a goose on the loose in the backfield.
Yeah, the
How
goose
much
is
are you getting
not good.
paid to say that?
I'm getting paid in having Infinite not honk at me in my DMs.
You know what? I still consider that a bribe. Ooh, that's
That's
a
more
good
blackmail.
catch.
Yeah,
really
but we'll
than
take
anything.
it.
You know, I will say, I think that it's probably, of course, the Natty kick is automatic there, but I think it is really interesting to see how teams with more recent crates end up doing this tournament.
Like most S22, S23 is going to be the basis of most classes, but then you still have teams with players before S20, almost retired players, and then all the way up to
That's
S28 in the future of the league.
Hmm. Like, you know, I feel like I really want to see Dally try a 50-yard kick and make it go through. I want to see Bush Goose run for 100 yards in a game. I think we're gonna get it, but if we do, I'll donate an extra, what? I'll donate an extra like 10, 15 bucks to the charity. I wanted to say something impressive, but then I remembered that I can't be making these promises at 2 a.m.
Mhm.
It
Ooh,
is
and another
amazing
goal to
that
bring it in one.
London's starting out here with the 2 highest TP players in the whole tournament, and they
They've
have
got
to
Kobe
split
Jack,
time.
haven't they?
They've got Colby Jack and they've got Nick Capricorn at quarterback, both over 1500 TP.
I mean, one fun thing when you think about the fact that the 2 newest teams in the DSFL are London and Dallas. The 2 teams that tied for the most call-ups this offseason are London and Dallas with 7 apiece. They've done such a great job of developing players since they've come into the league.
How many
Ooh,
is there any like
lovely.
rookies among that list, or was it mostly older players?
I mean, there's a mix of the two. I mean, it really depends on kind of what ISFL team drafts them and what space they have that kind of shakes that up. They have a couple kind of true rookies, but you know the way the league is just kind of structured now, you have the majority of players, unless they ask to come up, tend to spend at least one season extra in the DSFL. So
Shout out to
We need to get outta
London's
here.
goal line defense, by the way. They've held Kansas City to 3 field goals.
I know, but it does
And
seem
I would
like
love
Kansas
to take this
City's
time to
going
praise
for-
Maddie for probably the 1000th time, because he is definitely driving this Kansas City team right now, which
Oh, he-
we love to see our
Well, I mean, it does go to
Scottish
show.
kicker do good.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
I think
man,
with
fencing.
that, it's, I think it does bring up a good point of Kansas City very much seems to be going for death by attrition here, and with that missed field goal, you just got to hope that they can keep making drives like this. You think that one touchdown might make the game go wide open, might just blow it wide open.
They're doing a good job making it really difficult on London.
Absolutely.
You have Maddie, who was robbed out of kicker and punter of the year.
Oh my
Oh, no.
First touchdown for Kansas
Oh.
City with the block.
Cheap
Never
goes
could
through
block
the
anyway
work.
because he was wide open.
That's what happens when you just got the advantage of the vomit, Can really get those big plays going.
Yeah, London has pretty good cornerbacks, too. I know that we're starting, I think, Crunk, Andrews, and
Harris Crooks.
Crooks. Yeah. Those are 3 very good cornerbacks.
3 corners near or above 1,000 TP. A little bit of weakness in the safety position, but I think you can be pretty effective with lower
Ooh,
TP and
It's
safety.
saves
Yeah,
Kansas City there. by the
Two of our top
That
players
recovered by
have
Bush
been
Goose.
safeties.
And is
Crunk
that-
and
Oh my,
Oh,
Chica! Like I said, this is Chica's tournament. Chica has finally let the stress of the professional career off of her shoulders. It's just playing for the fun of the game now. It's a 23-7 lead.
Well, it's not
For
looking
Kansas
good.
City in the fourth
to be
quarter.
blown wide open. So wide open. And we're just seeing that London have had some unfortunate drives recently where they get about 8-9 yards and then are stopped. Of course, they're hoping that this one they break through. Oh,
Oh,
my
that's a big
God.
play.
oh, what a touchdown!
Kobe drop.
Kobe, yeah.
Let's see
No,
this
that's nice. Watching my
21
player
that's
get
been
dunked
profiting.
on.
Oh, and I got the 2 points.
That's big. That's
Mac
huge.
For
kick
one
riddled
full
there.
game.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh
my
wow!
Oh,
Oh,
no.
with the block.
Oh,
no!
Lonzo Mean.
No, this is what I was talking about.
Getting jumped on the route.
That's a huge play.
London, if you're going to talk about a team being a factory of anything, London has long been a linebacker factory, and so it's no wonder that they're going to have a linebacker alumni making a big play to open this game back up.
Oh, absolutely true. I mean, London won linebacker of the year, 3 years in a row, I think?
Yeah, it
something
was
like that.
it was Jared DeVille won once, and then Eric
Ooh.
Richards won, and then Mags,
That's a turnover
Wanda
down. That's a
Juan
turnover
Domin
down.
Juan Domin was such a crazy good player for London. I think there's something about getting that gray and gold back on that's going to
Oh,
unleash the
All
next
right,
level.
this is the drive right here.
Oh no, that pass was in his hands, got broken out. Oh no,
Gotta be.
no.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, this has got to be the best game of the night so far, right?
Suyu Asui, a
That's
young
a drive.
player, still gonna make some big plays here. Getting some
And
opportunities.
big one.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's exactly
Ooh.
what they needed.
Timeout, a minute 16 left, end zone, touchdown,
And they're
Asui.
in.
gotta get the 2 pointers.
Asui, the S27 player coming up big. The wide
Yeah, I
receiver
don't like
core on
this.
the
Yeah.
roster.
Oh, 2-point
Oh.
conversion failed.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
no.
that's a
56
tough
Oh
one
my
to
God,
take.
that run.
Oh no.
Bush
That's
Goose. Honk, honk for Kansas
Goose is
City.
loose.
the Kansas City
Push Goose
fan.
to ice it.
Oh, you love to see it.
Wow.
I want to
Good
see some
game.
honks in the chat.
Good game, Kansas
Let's have
City.
a look. Kansas City with 3 field goals.
Chat, give us the honks.
Chica just probably much better than the Capicol
my
and Colby Jack combination.
We got to look at this though. 7 penalties for 70 yards for London.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, that's a
an
problem.
oof and a half, man.
And just couldn't get the running game going. 41 yards for Gunner.
It's like I said, he's a good bench boy, not much else.
Then you come to like wide receivers with a block, 21.1 average.
oh
50.
my God, that's
Wow.
ridiculous.
To be fair, quite a few numbers of over 10 per carry.
Javathon did a pretty good job in the kick return, 100 yards on 3 returns, but
Yeah.
not quite enough. production off the back
McDavid
of
not missing a kick. Special teams, down 100
Oh, and
yards.
that missed goal for London really the difference when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a 2-point victory, yeah, you want to have those back.
There was
Pancake watch got 12 from Greedy Sly.
5 fumbles in that game, but all
Yeah.
recovered by
I
their own
thought there
team.
was a lot. I didn't think it was quite 5, but
Oh, well, it's funny is no team actually
No,
took
all
over
of
the
them
ball.
were recovered by the offense.
Mm-hmm. And that's the game, 23-21 to Kansas City. So, and
Good
then
job,
This
Kansas
really
City.
hurts all
as
those penalty yards for London.
so I throw it over to you, McGriddle. Which charity
Right.
stream are we going to do now?
we are going to do Moosey's canvas because I have promised him, I think, twice now that I will mention it, and because all of his drawings and graphics are absolutely fantastic. I've seen some of his actual drawings, and whoever wins this is gonna love it.
Well, he also
He's
had
torturing you, making you wait for dots.
he also had one up for auction.
Yes, I do remember that.
I'm trying to think, what was the trying to
Yeah,
think,
because it sold for what, like
20.
260, I believe.
My
bonkers, man.
God. Thank you, Lucy.
I'm trying to see if I can't find the size of it. It was a
I hope
16
the
inch,
painting has to
16
be
by
a
20
4
inch.
picture of Bush Goose.
Now, this one is
I knew it.
also has 5 winners for it. So what happens is, if I spin the wheel once and you win, I will remove that name and spin again. So essentially, you can't win on the same ticket.
Win all 5?
Yes, so Catan could win all 5, Schnarly could win 4. But you can't win on the same ticket is pretty much what's going to happen. So we shuffle this up here.
Hopefully, everyone at least wins once on this. It'd be nice for everyone.
You still chanting bagel?
Big. Rigged.
Congratulations
Bagel
to
didn't win.
Cody.
This is rigged.
Cody, good job.
How, and whilst we got some dead air here,
We go.
just want to give a quick extra shout out to Moosey. How about them Oilers?
Okay, so that's the first one done. And
I
then
feel like Schnarly Dude's gonna request a painting of his cursed GM render, man.
can't
I'm
be
scared
as
about
worse as
that.
Pat.
Most. Ooh,
Chap the
and
goat.
there's Roche.
Now, I will say, because
Roche
maybe not all
so far.
winners are watching, I will be doing a list with all the results of the raffle after stream.
Are we open for a surprise guest to enter the call?
Yes, we are. I don't know. Is he here?
Is he here?
Is the surprise guest redacted?
It's
Yes, it
always
is.
redacted.
The Roach wins again, 2 in a row.
Roche, if
Hmm.
you're watching this, one of these needs to be New York related. You gotta
Do we
show
think
the
he's hit
locker
his
room.
Roche limit?
Well, considering he only had 2 entries, yes, I think he has.
I'm sorry, I made the joke before I saw.
So
I
Roach
thought
getting
it was
2
funny for
wins
what
from
it's
his
worth.
13. Coming around.
all Roach
Laser,
does is
Schnarly
win.
dude. Snarly dude. No, it holds on for laser.
Holy
Hold on to
cow.
make sure.
Ooh, right on the line.
Laser wins by a laser.
So that
Just
means
a
we're down
tiny
to
little
the
percentage
last
there.
one. We've got 3 snarly dudes, 5 Kitans, and another laser. I think that is what we have left.
Look, good on Katarn for spending this much money, but I think it would be really funny if he misses out on this again.
Well, he did win the Tijuana raffle.
Nah, had to curse it. Nah, I'm just saying he had 5 entries and almost didn't win a single one.
I think we have learned not to jinx.
Katarn's already been hanging out in Tijuana.
Yeah, congratulations to Catan, Catan, Laser, Cody, and Roche.
Roche,
Roche winning twice.
big winners.
Do we wanna have a hello from our special new guest before our next game?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. Special guest.
I think so.
Hello, I'm the special guest.
Boo.
Uh,
I thought you were already on the
As
stream.
your profile picture looks.
Yeah, we already heard from Frost earlier.
I
like-
didn't. I
Extremely
didn't. I
good
heard
impression.
about the impression, but I didn't actually hear it. I'm
Oh,
kind of interested.
I want YouTube chat. What did you think of the Frost impression?
I mean, it was less of an impression
10 out of
and more
10.
of a pure mimicry.
I
Yes,
couldn't tell the
But I
difference.
can't get into that.
Wait, am I still?
I
probably shouldn't be
personally
serious with this
thought
catfish
Frost
right now.
had joined the stream to do an impression of himself.
It was very spot on, I'd say.
So the last game of our first round, we have Portland versus Norfolk. Will Norfolk get an upset victory here? Taking down
would like-
top
This
seed.
is Portland as the 1 seed
Yes.
going up against the last seed in the tournament. Easy win for Norfolk.
The other thing is, the seeding's only reflective of win rate, not the actual team quality. And as we
Yeah,
talk about, the
I-
DSFL,
I mean, it is for most teams, but it's pretty bang on for these two.
As some of you might remember, probably the biggest moment between Norfolk and Portland would have been the 40-yard drop back that resulted in just shy of a touchdown.
Oh, no, 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 no. I
Bringing
feel
up
chills from that. I feel
Yeah.
chills just from the mention of it.
okay, shall we get the game started?
Oh. Yeah, I can't wait. Let's do it.
We'll start.
Legendary DSFL quarterback Rams are taking the field once again. How you feeling about this?
You know, it's going to be nice to be in blue and silver again. You know, when I found out about this, the big thing that I was shocked to find is, I can't believe I'm getting nostalgic over a dot football league, and yet here I am,
It gets
really
to you.
hoping that we don't get destroyed.
Almost hard to get nostalgic here. This will be Nakamura's debut in the poop snake uniforms, in the good old
Ooh.
green and orange.
Oh, you never played it. You only played in yellow and black.
Only played in the yellow and black. Yeah,
Because you would have had
Oops,
Portland.
neck, best neck.
Let's see, Portland had black and yellow, and then they rebranded, and I think they rebranded again into this logo. Isn't that right?
it was in
They
season
did.
26. We came into the black and green era. The the green and orange era was from S24 or crap. S23 to S25, I want to say.
Yeah, I played it.
That might not be
We
right.
didn't make mention of it last game, but KCC
I
is
thought it was
also
S24.
repping their
It's
old
something
logo.
close to that. I know for
Starboy
like
has
the one
has a media
season.
article up now. If you want to know exactly what it is, go look that up.
And he said
Perfect.
he's also going to be doing a DSFL one, so that's probably more poignant to
It
this.
was, no, it was posted.
ESL one went up today. Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Anyway,
go.
shall we get the game going?
Shout out to Stars Media.
All right, come on. I want to crush Bassoon here.
I don't want to be heartbroken at 2 a.m., please.
It's
The
not
worst
enough.
last, you could be like me,
Like
heartbroken
in,
at
Orange County.
broken half an hour earlier than this.
Oh
Okay.
wow! Oh, sorry, great field position
Ooh.
and a big play.
Incredible,
That's,
incredible pass
not
there.
fun.
Love to see that.
And we've gone through a whole quarter with no score, which I think is the first time at the tournament.
Touchdown! Captain
I
Rogers.
believe so, yeah.
Somehow we missed that first quarter, but apparently it doesn't matter. Great run by Captain Rogers. That's
my
Norfolk's ass.
That was my Discord. I had it share screen, but it wasn't working.
Ah, I see.
So the commissioner's DSFL team scores, and none of us
Accepted!
can see it.
Accepted by
It's not
Russell
suspicious
Vaughn!
to anyone else?
Nah. Remember, there are no backroom deals don't exist because no one can prove it otherwise.
Oh, that's a bad start.
11 yard sack for Rams. He's gonna feel that.
Oh, and 2 and 20, making it 3 and 31.
Jesus Christ.
This Norfolk defense is actually pretty scary. Looking at the roster.
Oh yeah, we have 5 linebackers, I believe.
Yeah.
And you're seeing them in full effect there.
You have
Ooh,
you have the best front 7, and you're 4th in secondary.
Yeah, 3 safeties with over 1,000 TPE.
That's pretty
I'm
fun.
blaming
man.
this
They're,
on
they're very,
Spiegel
they're
right
very
now.
hindered by their quarterback play, though.
And you have the
Oh,
third
yeah.
most TPE per playoff.
I don't think we should sleep on the front 7 for Portland. We still got some big
Yeah,
players.
they're doing some damage right now. You want to see?
God.
Oh, God,
Oh,
he might get
oh,
turned.
oh,
That's
God.
Oh
Alonzo,
It's almost a surprise, but really it was more of a guarantee to see Ramsey throw a huge interception. Just hoping he limits it to only 1 or 3.
no! Ooh,
the Jameis Winston effect.
please no.
Hopefully it
Each
doesn't
team
look
is
like
gonna
Rams
throw
more
versus
yards and
Nola. Am I
touchdowns.
right, Bless?
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I just said hopefully it doesn't look like Ramsey when he plays Nola.
Please, this is my safe
Oh.
space. This is my safe.
This is a Nola free zone. We don't need that cursing any of us. Oh wow.
Ooh,
Ooh,
good
what a
Big play,
touchdown.
Darren Palmer. Got a couple of, not world beaters at quarterback. We got George O'Donnell, which is a little bit gray behind the ears. We got Sam Howitzer, a big up-and-comer.
I should have put LeBron James third in.
Whilst this goes on, then it is a good game. I want to actually shout out and bring attention to something most people probably would have seen, and that is the media charity event JK has recently put up. Have we all seen that?
I have.
Yes.
Sure, but let's
Yes.
explain it to everyone at home.
So for people who haven't seen it, it is essentially you have one time this month you can claim 2 times media on any written or even a podcast of your choice. So you saving up this 3,000 word article, slap this on, and now it becomes getting paid for 6 and gets double the pay.
Baby,
It is.
cannot wait to get double
How
pay
to
for another
afford
drunk
equipment.
commissioner podcast.
It is a great
No,
time
no.
when there's a bonus to check
Bringing
out
those back.
the podcast section and try one out. There are people such as myself that do listen to those
It's
and
the
really enjoy it.
questionable show.
So I'd love to see you. Love to
The-
see
the
more
Quest show is
podcasters
great.
in the space.
Sure.
I'm a big fan.
You got a whole swimming
Look
show
out for a
by
new question
Wildfire,
crew.
Walking with Tomaz.
There's
Uh,
a
the rookie-
important fumble
the
down the
street-
right down.
Ooh, they needed that
Zachy
one.
Johns,
More
Tug Speedman does
fumbling
one.
there.
And then you go back, you have, oh, big sack.
Oh
Oh,
no.
unnecessary roughness.
Oh, unnecessary roughness to save.
Wow, that was a 13-yard sack.
Unnecessary
Safety watch.
roughness.
Safety watch.
Oh wait, was it
Safety
on?
watch?
Even
Or off?
unnecessary roughness on
Howard
Cat
Lee Punt
Clark.
should have gone for it on 4th and 23.
You have to right there.
See if the MVP can get any plays going here. Or if Ziegel just put in a bad strat.
Tom Hanks, I have
Guy
a
wins 1 MVP and now he's referring to himself as that.
Tom Hanks. The gauntlet
Sorry, how
has
many
been
MVPs
thrown
do you
to
have?
you. Joe Fish in
Sorry, I
YouTube
just heard
chat.
my name. What?
You have the gauntlet thrown to you. Joe Fish has said he'll donate $25 right now to charity if you can tell him, guess which Tom Hanks movie he's watching right now.
Right now for $25. That's so much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Catch
The
me
Terminal.
if you can.
No, it's gonna be that one with Zoltar. The name is escaping me right now.
Almost at the end of the third quarter here. It's still a really close 7-point game. Just waiting on the edge of our seats for Portland to choke this.
It seems to be pretty common across Portland in recent history.
Yeah,
they've
you
had a lot of
did.
fun
Yeah.
playoff games recently, haven't they?
Unfortunately,
the
Tom
set of
Hanks,
no
you were
mercy.
wrong, and Frost, you were right.
I was
Was
right.
Ooh, nice
Yes.
pass.
It was when he
Wow.
turns into like the 14-year-old turn
Oh,
big.
no.
Oh, big.
Big.
Yeah, there you go.
Any
Yeah.
turnovers
You
in the
got
chat?
to know who you're talking to,
Come on.
Tom. It's Joe.
Oh,
Touchdown,
no.
Thing is, I really
Hey,
it has
Norfolk.
aged so terribly.
Tied up 14-14.
Yeah, I watched it recently.
It
Looks
does
a lot
not hold
worse.
up.
Yeah, it does. It really
was
does.
back in the day. Maybe my favorite Tom Hanks movie, and then I saw it
Oh,
recently, and I was
wow.
like,
A huge
oh,
play
man.
downfield. Videlson. Should have been the wide receiver of the year. First team All-Pro.
Spicy.
Another one of those
Absolutely not.
S23 wide receivers. That S23 wide receiver class is pretty nutty.
Yeah. There were a lot of
Unfortunate,
really
they're-
good
they're
ones
really-
in darkness.
Really hurt down by Jackson.
Wow, that's a
Oh
big stop.
no. A big stop. 3 points only on the board.
Big kick though, 65
This
yards.
is a drive right here.
Let's see which curse is harder. Portland's curse of just falling apart in big games, or Rams' curse of always throwing 7 to 9 interceptions.
So we have Portland choking versus Rams are sucking.
I was a DSL
Unstoppable.
MVP here.
These are some
Logic.
As a
potent
Falcons
results.
fan, I think that choking in big games is probably the more predominant section.
3rd and 11. And he
Ooh,
makes
yes.
it to Crash.
Crash has been very clutch on this drive.
He's made a lot of the catches here.
Sneak
6
one
yard
big play
combo.
for
Take
either
another
team.
1st and 10. 11 yards
Oh,
out.
man, this is
Completed.
tense.
Ooh.
They are
5 yards
slowly
out.
12-yard
just-
play.
Touchdown!
Is there
Alright,
too much
ready
time
for a
left?
Flash Panda style return touchdown here.
57
No, Flash
seconds
Panda
on the
from other
clock.
team quest.
75
Yeah,
yards
That's
to
not
go.
good.
Oh, and it's a check down pass.
That's not
Classic.
good.
There's
Portland.
9 yard. That's an
That's not good.
interception
Oh, no.
by Jadakiss.
No.
That's
Portland is stronger.
seals it.
Portland's
Hot dog
curse
clutches
is
it.
bigger. Bigger curse,
knew
better people.
Portland will take a timeout.
Ooh, there's a face mask though.
There's the last
Ooh,
timeout and
wow.
the
Norfolk
game.
Aces come from behind.
Portland going out immediately as the number 1
And that's
seed.
how we
Who
do
could
it.
have seen it
Shout out
coming?
my
that last
Everybody and their
quarter
mother.
special. See, Rams are only having a mediocre
See,
game, but
Rams are
O'Donnell and
in-
O'Donnell looks like the predominant quarterback also struggled.
See, but Ramsey in Norfolk
How
is a
was-
different breed
How was
because I
Portland
was
even in
capped
this
at
game?
250.
Nakamura
That's it.
struggled to do anything.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see
I-
fumble.
I
too.
mean, we can all trace this back to Ziegel's just terrible play calling.
Dell and Palmer with some
Yeah.
good yardage and averages, just not many receptions compared to the receivers of the Norfolk team.
Oh,
Crash with 4 receptions, and they're probably all in that last drive, I swear.
Junior isn't watching.
There were
but
two like on
I
third
love
down.
him. Like, yeah,
Kicking as well, Paul, and missing a field goal.
It's okay, I'm still the
Hashtag
MVP.
we believe.
Let's go have a look
Ah,
at
definitely not the
defense
MVP of
numbers.
this game. The LVP.
Kakapoo numbers: 8 tackles, 3
Got
tackles
him.
for loss, 2 sacks, and a pass
The
deflection.
Trent Richardson, as they say.
Mm.
Pretty damn.
Man, I'll
50
listen
up
to you,
at me.
Frost, when you win an award you actually deserve.
Oh,
Wow.
sacks
Wow.
of the Portland
I'll
defense.
look at all these
That's
penalties.
insane.
I'll let you know
Wow.
I was very deserving of that punch of the year 10
Well,
seasons ago.
9 to 4 penalty
Captain
count.
Rogers. Captain Rogers is a violent man. You know, it's all that
The
corner.
only thing you should be
from
punting
Iowa.
on is your GM career.
Dang,
Oof.
hitting heavy today.
I'm sorry, it really hurts to lose like that.
It's okay, you
Hey,
can
you know
just
what?
I'm-
just
I'm a
cry
Rams
into
fan,
your
man.
just cry into your
I've had
MVP
it worse.
trophy. Okay, so I am going to the Wheel of Spin as the winners. Blast of Norfolk.
At
Which
least do-
auction
At
are
least
we
do me a favor
doing?
and pick the dots here.
Ooh, you know what? I think that I'll do dots. I know that we want to save Edelman to the end, so let's do dots.
Doing dots? Okay, now dots we have 10 to give away, so it's gonna be nice and fun and long. 115 entrants, so you probably can't see the wheel. We got Rev,
I think
Lim,
this is the perfect
Q
one to do as
West,
the halftime
Katasa,
break.
Flashbag, LB, Laser,
Hang on,
myself,
Darkness,
Slate,
I think
Shady,
you're.
Catan. There's quite
I
a
think
few.
you're
Did
just
Joe ever
playing
donate
up.
for me
I'm
guessing the movie
still
right?
on
And we're
the.
all
Or is
cheering
that
for
only for
Bagel,
Tommy?
yeah?
Wheels up
Yes.
on the YouTube
Oh,
stream.
there we go.
Yes,
Oh,
I keep
perfect.
forgetting to change it. I am new to this.
No,
So,
it's all good.
shall
You're
we
doing a
do
good
the
job, bro.
first... Actually, no, let me shuffle it around. It's no fun when
Yeah.
it's just all together.
We need that shuffling.
Here we
The
go.
tongue still holds every other square.
Bagel,
God, I
bagel.
can't even read the name.
Bagel, bagel, bagel. He's actually on the list again this time.
Oh, did LP win? Oh wait, no.
We have
Oh,
Q
necklace LB.
West. Also,
Oh, baby.
the audio of these
Boo,
wins will be tracked
boo.
because I think it'll sort of be like a first serve, first come, first serve. I can't actually remember. That's bad on my behalf.
Can I win critical football games? No. Can I win raffles? Yes, we can.
Hey,
I
you
mean,
know,
raffles are way more important.
Yeah,
one
I
of these
agree.
teams is about what, 20 to 25 people. This has just a ridiculous amount of entrants.
I think Darkness said it was over 110.
There was
Oh my
115.
And
And
again?
Q West wins
Again?
again.
Oh, baby!
Yeah,
I
it's
did
big,
buy
it's
like 30
big.
tickets.
Yes.
How many are we giving away?
We are giving away 10. And at this rate, they're all going to Q West.
I want all of them. There are going to be 10 new Nakamura cards out on the market.
Flood the market.
Shady picking himself up a card. The newest 1 overall pick in the most recent draft. Going to Baltimore. Gonna probably take the spot of that annoying little goose in.
I thought that was a
Uh,
little
two
Okay.
dreams. Shady.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll move down and get to the 4th spin. I will also want to just give this
Bagel.
Bagel.
so with the 5th laser wins. So we had 115 entries, which means this on its own raised $115 for charity. People, we are crazy for the dots cards.
It's an addiction.
And Katasa picks up a card halfway through.
So a triplet CB of the year. Aw, sorry.
Hey, if any of you talk to Kotasa, just tell him to send you the video he sent to bribe me. It will try and change your mind.
It's like, I thought I wanted to
No,
know.
I think I.
Lim J, he gets himself a win with number 6. Still have 4 more to go.
Katarn has like 30 entries as well. Still has not won a single one.
Shady picks up a double.
Shady again.
Wow, imagine winning twice. This is rigged.
If I bring up my list here, QS had 21 entries, Catan had 25, Shady had 14, Katasa had 15, Fleshbag Soup had 10. We go on to the
And then you
8th
should
roll.
give them the flashback soup.
Bagel, 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 bagel.
Oh my god, you're
Wow.
That's a triple play.
Boo.
Oh man, by the tiniest little peep there.
Just remember to
Katarn
pay
got
me, yeah?
absolutely
Just
bent
remember
over.
what the deal was, yeah?
Bagel.
Bagel!
Bagel. Bagel. Oh, split. Oh,
Yeah.
You love to see it.
There we go, we willed it into existence.
I want to see an Earl
We
Sauce
have,
card.
yep, one
Shout out
final
to the
spin.
shout out to the best comment in the YouTube
one
channel of the night from Maglubiat. Quest gonna make Nakamura Exodia.
Rev, oh my
Oh,
god.
yes.
Wow.
Oh my.
Wow.
It's beyond
Pick on the menu.
I will say, feel free to donate any of those cards to, other users.
Feel free to get bent.
Oh,
So with these winners, what they can do is they can pick an Ultimates Champion card for pre-S23 Ultimates winners, an awards card for pre-S23, or rookie autograph card that doesn't already exist. So I don't know if we're going to see many Tatsu cards, because it has to be fit one of those three categories.
I'll just make up that I won the S22 Ultimates like I should have.
That works. So we have now finished our first round of games. This is also where I'll point out that we don't have the graphics for the future rounds, so you're kind of just going to have to remember who actually won and use brain power.
oh, don't worry, I'll always remember that Norfolk won in that first round.
But yes.
I'll keep it
And I
with
will
me.
always remember that Tijuana lost.
So our first game
should
is
be going
the
on
next
to
The
Dallas.
round.
Buccaneers won, right?
We
Right.
will be having Dallas versus Norfolk, and we'll be having Myrtle Beach versus Kansas City. So
Perfect.
our first game will be Dallas versus Norfolk. If I
Okay.
can load it up,
Should be a fun one.
and let me see.
Put it up to Dallas to finish the job that Portland should have.
Or they taste the same fate and choke as well. Okay, can you
The
guys
suspense is
see the
killing
stream?
us all.
I'm not gonna say anything.
And we are off and away.
Ooh,
Nice.
See the stream in Discord. I can't quite see if
Yeah, I don't think it's on the.
it's come up on the stream. I don't think it's come up on the stream yet.
No, I still see the scores
Oh
from the
my
first
gosh.
round.
Oh
Big play
my,
for Dallas.
William
Oh,
Lim.
Miles
William.
Jack, huge play downfield to William Lim. Red zone opportunity. Jack to Rex up the middle, 9 yards
Out of the
touchdown.
gear.
All right, the stream's up.
I'm Bob Opera. Don't know if you can do a this for awards card, but that is probably something you can talk to Myth, or I'd assume Myth would be the person to talk to about it.
yeah, it has to be.
I would also say there's been a few technical problems. I'm sorry, I am
Ooh.
new to this. Infinite here. Can
Ooh, and
laugh at all
Rev
my mistakes.
breaking my
Rev
heart.
with the double fumble.
not starting as well.
I'm going to be
Norfolk.
honest. I think Dallas dominates this game. It's
So
just
it's not
got
looking
such
too-
a good
not
offense.
Looking, not looking too hot for Norfolk right now.
Oh, it is not.
Norfolk really wants to be reliant on their front seven, but I think that
Yeah,
Dallas is just going to be able to pass on the outside all over him.
Yeah.
If the front seven's not stopping the run game either.
Yeah, well,
Gotta get their
that's
offense
the
going.
suck. Interesting that Dallas chose to go with their current branding rather than would have loved to
Yeah,
see
well-
them use their original branding that they never even took the field with.
The color scheme is so fire.
When you got
Yeah,
the baseball
really
bat
does it.
submarine.
We do love the baseball bat.
I feel like Norfolk should have gone with that one secondary logo they rolled out for like a season. Was that like S25 or
Oh,
something?
yes, the circular patch. I liked that.
Yeah.
After
Oh,
that,
that's
after
fun.
that baseball bat.
It looked like some kind of really weird like Boy Scout patch.
And it
Mm.
was still somehow better than the actual baseball bat.
Oof.
Hey, you know, you should
And better than the actual team.
Rest in peace.
Oh,
Oof.
Ooh,
We went
Last-
to the Ultimate that
the
season.
hits are
It's
getting harder and
fine.
harder.
Yeah, it's actually. I think it probably went in recent. Probably best season. Last seasons have been a bit disappointing for Norfolk.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm just the best GM ever, you know? And as we get a lovely little sack over there.
53
You guys want
yard
to do a
punt.
retired GM power rankings? It's really just inflame some people.
Oh, I love annoying people. Let's go.
F tier, Tom Hanks, Modern Duke,
Absolutely.
Frost
Without a
sucks the
doubt.
map.
Oh,
I mean,
you're gonna do so like
QS
that?
is F minus in my opinion, though.
Well, that's the best thing is everyone here has been the GM except me.
I wouldn't put
So,
Sil F tier.
I would
Come
just
on.
put you all F tier.
That's
I
way
think
too
But
high
that's
for
he's
pretty
Silfreni.
easy.
Frost sucks,
That's
Lamap.
way too high for Silfreni.
Another 45-yard kick from Dole. For a pretty low TPE and young kicker, he's still doing the job.
And unfortunately got
Look.
screwed this season by the sim.
Look, Silfreni was never going to be a good DSFL GM. There's no free agency in the DSFL. You can't just message people 3,000 times an hour.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna get some complaints tonight, baby.
Man, I was just making a joke about his player name, and things got dark really quick.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
better
always a
light.
bad
It looks like
ISFL GM.
Rams is inching on a no hand. He
on the
doesn't get it. Holds it to a
fourth and-
I'm saying I'm
19-yard
at the
field goal.
tournament.
goal.
I've got no stakes, and I'm here to catch hands.
I forgot the golden rule. As soon as we compliment someone, they go bad.
Shout out to Sil. He's a great
Wow,
dude.
I really love Suleiman Ramza. I love the way that he plays so well.
Nice
And
pass
doesn't
there
throw
to
any
Delacour.
interceptions.
Yeah, good pass.
Never throws pick sixes.
Half time,
Nah, he would
14-3. Dallas on a breakaway. 30 yards from. Come on, sick up. I feel like that's how you need to say the name.
It's not a stat you can get out very easily, but I feel like Dallas has probably led the tournament in big plays and plays over 20 yards. They really
That's what really wins games.
really chunk their way across the
Fumble.
field.
Ooh,
Haha,
good
Mega
Ooh.
Panda just laughing at the
Let's
opponents
go.
here.
See, here's the problem. Fumbles happen, and I can't remember which team certain players play for.
Which team who's playing for?
Well, in that case,
Which
Mango
Oh,
Pen.
yes,
Interception!
Oh, what a beautiful match.
Dallas trying to go in for a peaceful touchdown, but the Son of Havoc causes some chaos.
Caliban, after his record-breaking season, trying to show
Right.
Ramsey that he can also throw picks.
Caliban doing what Caliban does best.
Throwing.
No, throwing picks.
Demazing his way into quarterback of the year.
Another
Ooh.
interception. They're going back and forth.
What's
This
in
is
there?
good old
Say that
Ramsey.
this is
Classic
just good
Ramsey.
defense and not-
Wow, really, really unexpected to see
I
such a
can't-
negative
can't
play
wait
coming from
to-
such a very high quality quarterback.
I can't wait to see Nakamura and Sakura in the second round. Just can't wait at all.
You see, you gotta remember, my player is consistently okay. How many times Frost has put him as like the number one wide receiver in fantasy for him to be doing nothing?
It all makes sense for you to be good, and then you just don't.
I think coming into the
Nakamura and
season, I
Sakura
should be
gonna show
the
up in this second
highest
round.
TP wide receiver.
Big no.
40-yard
But
punt.
I mean, if you're just going to show up to make interceptions, probably shouldn't have come at all.
Pretty nice return there by Lim to put them straight back into the red zone.
Yeah, this one's
This
in
offense
trouble
is
for Norfolk.
Fantastic to watch here.
I want to see
Yeah.
some return touchdowns. Not enough return touchdowns in this league. Gotta complain to the sim team.
Well, all
wanna
of
see
last
more.
season, I think
I
he
think there
had
was-
3 kick returns and 2 or one punt return touchdown.
There
By
was
the way,
either
they
4 or
were
5
all,
Is that really
they
all
were
there
all
was?
in the
Mhm.
NSFC, which made Pro Bowl voting difficult.
I mean, I hate
ASFC.
to keep harping on it, but like the fact of the matter is that there is genuinely a rounding error within the sim, makes it such that some things that are meant to be touchdowns end up being tackles on the 1 yard line, and one of the most, like the 2 biggest victims of that are kick return touchdowns and potential pick sixes and punt return touchdowns rather. Like those 3 end up suffering because there is genuinely a rounding error in the sim that Wolverine Studios got alerted to in fucking 2017 and never managed to fix.
Thanks, Brooks.
Yeah, I'll never forget when
Forgot to mention this
I
charity stream sponsored by Wolverine Studios. Wolverine Studios. It's a game, I guess.
I mean, they even
It's
they
fine.
donated
It's fine.
a case or a copy of the sim as well for the
Oh,
Oh
Look
my
at that.
god,
Charity
that's
event.
such a pristine play.
Oh, it's going down.
Oh,
Why
oh,
though?
Swim on Ramza.
Very nice
Like I said,
touchdown.
this tournament's gonna be decided by the tight ends.
I'm starting to think Norfolk may struggle in this game.
Yeah, hey,
I'm
they
feeling
just
that was the
need
first step to a
little bit of luck
comeback,
to
guys.
get the comeback.
Ooh.
Portland loses in an upset to an opponent they should have beat. Then Dallas cleans them up in the next game. We've seen this before.
If
Oh,
nothing
he
else, at
lost
least
to
Portland gave us a
Cincinnati.
poop snake one last time.
Shoot.
I even dressed in the poop snake colors tonight.
And Ramsey gets sacked for good measure.
It's just
Gotta make sure they
It's
know.
just a tradition. It's just about closing the game out right.
Bring up
Mhm.
the box score.
Shout out to Norfolk though. They came and they made some big plays and
Just
it's all a good
just 3
good fun
turnovers, 2 fumbles.
You know, with the
Look at
8 seed
Monty
coming
Jack.
into it, so
To be fair though, Ramsey had a pretty decent completion in yards.
yeah, I just get sacked a lot. I really like Russell Wilson, and that translates here into just holding on to the ball for far,
Oh, no.
far too long.
There
Hey,
was
but
just
sometimes that
no
results in a
rushing game.
60-yard rollback that you throw for a touchdown.
See some 10 tackle games for Mendonza and Banks.
You know, it's generally not a good thing when your cornerback leads the team in tackles, though.
Those both cornerbacks, aren't they? Yeah, and a forced fumble.
Shout out to Dallas. Dole had a pretty good game despite
I like to see from my future
being
kicker.
one of the
I will
lowest TP.
say, I feel like it's funny. This is the
Oh, wait,
alumni
that's-
tournament,
wait, that's
like
the
the
kicker.
last
I did not
6,
realize that.
7, or 10 seasons for some players, and I feel like we've talked about Dole more than any other player. So shout out to you.
Yeah. They
It's
should have
just
put
that iconic.
Zoe Watts back at kicker for this game.
Okay,
Oh, that
like
would
I
have been
s-
great. Put people back to their original positions, but with their current builds.
So that does mean Dallas is moving on to the final.
What was
Uh,
Dax Frost initially? You were like a defensive end, weren't you?
Yeah, no,
Corner.
it's corner.
Corner. Oh man. Nothing would have made me happier than see Raf Taliachan get burned for 9 touchdowns.
Would he get burned though? Because like he's faster than the
Yeah,
wide
I don't
receivers
know.
he'd be covering.
Okay, so
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah,
a
but
running
Frost
back at
sucks
cornerback would be
so bad.
pretty good.
You know what? You do have an excellent point there.
I think
Frost
the
does
I think
suck
the
from that.
position skill would probably bomb you.
to keep this moving, we have 3 3 raffles left. We have the Xbox
Bucks.
Live membership, we have the PT passes, and then we have the Edelman jersey. What should we do?
I think
I mean,
go for
Edelman's
the-
got to be last,
Yeah.
right?
I think
Yeah,
go
we
for
gotta, we
Definitely.
gotta, we gotta make Bailey stay up.
and then after
I
the
almost feel like the
pass-
PT pass should be last. People spent a lot of money on that.
Oh, a lot more people spent money on the Edelman. The PT pass
Yeah.
one.
Well, then I figure
Raised
the Xbox
$14.
Live
Yeah.
surely is the one
The-
that makes sense.
Edelman jersey
Still Xbox
raised
Live.
$265 on its own.
Okay, I
Tijuana
lied.
was a
Holy
lot,
crap.
too.
To be fair, it wasn't the highest perk. The player card in the new Delt series raised $330.
Ooh.
So,
So, yeah,
oh look, I wonder who's going to
Oh,
win
this
this
is
one.
Just good as a 3
Wow,
times.
this should be
So,
a close one here.
All right, everybody. We all know who we're rooting for. Let's spin that wheel.
Big.
Come on, Bagel.
I'm just going to add a last second deduction here. So to be fair, he has already received it because he was the only entrant, but
No.
for laughs, I'm going to add that.
If it lands on not
If
Katasa,
it
he has to
lands
buy all
on
of us
not
that Xbox
Katasa, you have
Live
to take
membership.
it back.
Oh my god, it's Katasa.
Oh,
Yellow
no,
Katasa.
Barely
Oh,
on
it's
the line.
Katasa.
Yellow
That looks
Katasa.
like it landed right on the line. When
That,
you
that
meet
ba- that's
somebody like
basically
Yellow.
that's basically not catastrophe if it's on the
Okay.
line.
That's house money.
Okay, guys. I gotta go have breakfast because I need to make up some stuff for Ramadan. But it was really fun. It's really fun being here with all of you guys. And yeah, God, do you know what? It's really hard because I really want Mori to win, but I really want Frost to lose.
Well,
And
thanks for hanging out. We've got 2 more games left, so probably another 20 to 30
think
Have
about
a
minutes.
great evening, everybody. Take care.
Take care.
Pleasure as always, Blast.
my bless.
Happy Ramadan.
Should
to
we go
everybody
on to our
celebrating out
next
there.
round game?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
So we have
This is Bondi Beach versus.
KCC.
Nah, this is Myrtle Beach.
It's Palm Beach.
It's Palm Beach.
Oh man,
It's all 3.
this is what we've been waiting for. This is getting back to some good old Chica gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
The
Plus.
best beach logo is the teal and brown Buccaneers,
Oh,
and I will
love that
not
one.
be swayed.
It looks like
Austin knows
Austin.
the
Austin,
logo.
honestly. Austin
Very
copied our
quick
logo.
touchdown for Chica.
All of those looking to finish their trivia tasks. Don't forget about them Chicago Blues there. Just it for me.
Leak.
Leak for those.
Leaks.
How many viewers do we have?
I'm
Currently
just
at
mad at
29.
PP.
Viewership has stayed pretty steady. So
Good.
don't forget, leave your feedback, because I know people have talked
Well,
about
I mean,
adding
can you
live
guys think of
commentary.
anything better to do on a Friday night than watch a dot football? I can't.
I mean, I can think of much better things than waking up at 9 a.m. in like a really cold day with like 2 hours sleep.
Only thing I
How
could
about
get better than this is
some
if
of
I
the
could
Mac
win at dot
for-
football.
After work drinks to join this stream. Just that's what I did.
I cracked a couple of root beers myself. No worries.
Oh shoot, Myrtle Beach is the purple team.
Yes. You can usually tell because the away team is always white in the sim. It's one of
Yeah.
another annoying little things.
I
love that
I
logo.
didn't think I would ever say this, but I do miss the purple and green.
It's a pretty unique color
See?
combinations.
See?
It's something iconic about it. It really harkens back to the good old
that
days.
Style.
The good old
the
days.
neon was genuinely, like, in a weird way, kind of part of the building of the culture. Was just like that, like really bright, lack of a better word, obnoxious color. Just really kind of was
In your
punchy.
face.
There's
Yeah,
something I love
exactly.
about this pastel-y orange, though. This lilac. If you gave it like a nice darker green to go with it, it could look really great.
Nah, we need bright purple and bright green.
Yeah, sorry, bud. You're bright green and bright yellow now.
No.
Until Bondi Beach inevitably
Hey.
makes room for the fourth rebranding.
I think fourth? Yeah, fourth.
The whole thing is right, like the
Well, if you-
pirates,
it depends,
different
if you-
beaches.
If you count the Chicago Blues as part of the history, then it's the 5th.
If you count the Chicago Blues, then it kind of takes away from the whole beach thing in general.
That's
Also,
fair.
if you count the
That's
Chicago
fair.
Blues, there are so many other issues. So let's just not.
That sounds like a
that's fair.
plan.
Question: if Bondi Beach was to rebrand, where's the worst beach they could go?
Probably somewhere in Florida.
Dang.
I mean, Florida's got some good beaches.
Yeah, but it has
Sarasota.
frost.
There's something to be said about the town around that beach, but
Don't like
saying
English.
Sarasota.
it's pretty good.
Isn't English
Is it
beaches like just like gravel
Yeah,
and
it
rocks?
probably-
Man, like a crappy,
Yeah.
rocky, cold
Gravel.
beach.
Cliffs of Dover Buccaneers.
COD. Cause of death.
I'm gonna Google worst beaches in the world.
I'm sure it's just gonna be all English or like Russian, like frozen beaches.
What's the name?
Speaking of somebody who lived in
Let
the
me Google
UK
it.
for 4 years, yeah, probably.
I don't understand. It's top 5 and it just all says Frost's house. I don't know.
I did say somewhere in Florida. As you can see from Frost's profile picture, he is shocked by that revelation.
This isn't the shock Kermit. This is the angry Kermit. That's what I'm
I'm gonna
feeling
do
right
my
now.
best to
Supposed to
pronounce
be
this,
angry?
but one of our top 5
Yes.
here is Fujijiang Beach.
I think from the name of it. Well, I don't know if you would consider that. Like, he looks unhappy in that picture.
He
47-yard
definitely doesn't
field
look
goal. Pretty
happy,
good
but he
there
doesn't
by
look
Bloomy.
angry to me.
All right, it's more of an unhappy Kermit.
All right, I've got it. We've got the Haina Beach Buccaneers in San Cristobal Province, Dominican Republic.
Oh hell
so
yeah!
It's so
That's
polluted that the
perfect.
locals call it Dominican Chernobyl,
Oh,
which I think really,
no.
really
Wow.
just summarizes
62-yard punt
the
there.
Myrtle Beach franchise more than
They
anything. else
they
could.
don't allow PEDs, but they didn't say that they don't allow like
Nullified play
mutations.
there. Oh, he's free and open for 44 yards for
I
Jada.
thought that
Els
was
popping with the
Brandon
cover.
Booker covering him.
oh, big holding right there.
Right.
That's not cool.
It was Helsa popping.
Apparently
Chica
San
working.
Clemente
Oh, Chica
and
sacked by
Winchester.
Winchester.
Also another really bad beach, but I think it'd be unbecoming of us to have two bad teams in Orange County right now.
I mean, there's always room in Yellowknife. We do need a team to make us look even better than what we are.
The Yellowknife Pond.
Can I? So the thing is that the best lake in Yellowknife has an unfortunate name. It's called Great Slave Lake.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
And
no.
that's the end of the
I'm not-
stream, folks.
I'm not making
Thanks for
an
joining.
joke. That's genuinely the best lake in Yellowknife.
horrible.
I've been
Oh,
there.
no.
It's really fantastic.
Oh, you've actually been to Yellowknife?
No, I went on a fishing trip up in Yellowknife.
Wow, I didn't even know
Fly fishing for
that
pike
city
was
actually
fantastic.
existed. I thought it was fake.
Genuinely, my
Wow,
my
we're in the
favorite
third quarter of a
favorite
football
vacation ever.
game. What an exciting football game!
One of the tight ends scored.
I don't think it was Heath Evans that scored for Myrtle Beach
Yeah.
just there. I
One
don't
of
think
their,
we were.
like, 5 tight ends.
I think I don't think any of us. McGriddle could correct me if he was being a little bit more of a homer, but I don't think any of us were big on Kansas City. But they've been really doing well
I
in
mean,
this tournament.
Kansas.
You know,
has
I've been trying to
huge for
keep it-
early draft picks as of late.
What was
Yeah.
that, Matt?
I mean, everyone, you know, I could probably talk for hours about how much I love everyone in Kansas City. Everyone there is awesome. I feel like ever since,
Ooh.
you know, Star was there running things, it has just been one of the best franchises in the DSFL. I mean, I feel like they're turning out first round picks left and right. It has just become, you know, in my opinion, one of the better franchises right now. But I'm obviously a huge homer.
They actually came into this tournament
Anyone-
with the lowest TPA roster. Not by player, because you didn't submit a full 30-man roster, I believe.
By total.
But by total TPA, actually had the lowest. But just to put it in perspective,
Which is
even as the
surprising 'cause they
lowest
have a lot
TPA
of
total team,
offensive
you have
line players.
more TPA than any current ISFL team in this roster.
I mean,
So the highest ISFL
yeah,
roster
Aces
is...
versus 14.
Mhm.
I'd be very concerned if they didn't.
So ISFL roster has
I'd
just
love
over
to see somebody-
23,000 TPA.
Love to see somebody turn in their 2x media roster to see how much money it would take to sign any of these tournament rosters on minimum contracts
Whoa.
and how much your
Considering
total
that-
salary cap would be.
There's like 5 safeties on Bondi right now. It's like
Oh, Myrtle Beach is in a
I
bad
think-
place here because they have
Yeah.
three 1,200 TPE tight ends that they're going to have to sign.
although they do have a full human offensive line. They could do some managing out there.
I think it'd be exciting to see if this tournament ever returns and allow teams to make trades
That definitely spice
on
it
the
up a bit.
condition
Being
that if they
sacked
trade an
13
alumni player
yards.
away, they have to ban them from their locker room forever.
Oh, ooh.
Does that mean we can trade Tom Hanks, trade Tom Hanks, trade Tom Hanks?
Wow.
This is all just a big move for me to get Ziegel banned from Portland, but that's besides the point.
35-yard field goal coming in nice there.
My question is, how many GMs would ban their own player from the locker room just so they could win an alumni charity
Can
tournament?
KCC get it done in the last minute of the game?
Several.
My
Probably.
Field was
experience,
incomplete there. 3rd and
as
10.
DSFL commissioner,
Another incomplete. 4th and 10.
100% of teams.
7 yards. It's not enough.
Ooh,
Myrtle
Whoa.
Beach taking it
Ooh,
with the
that's
field goal.
rough.
Nice. You see, they're undefeated with me on the stream.
I
I
just
mean,
want
they're
us to all
undefeated in the
recognize-
tournament. That's kind of how these tournaments work.
I just want us to all recognize these are the last official football games for Chika Fujiwara, and they really balled out this tournament and made KCC a lot more exciting than I think we thought they had business doing.
With a nice -2 rushing yards there for Chica to end the career.
You know, I was
Dang.
actually
Didn't have
kind
to
of
do it like
surprised
that.
to see Kansas City was only 7th as far as the rankings went. I thought they were a little bit higher than that, but
Well, before
that
we
just goes to
move
show
on
how
to
much
the
I pay
final,
attention to the records.
I can
So,
actually
like-
bring up what some of those numbers were. Like, it was pretty close between, like, say, 3 and 7. It was all very, very close.
I also think it's important to note that, like, Kansas City has a lot of a lot of really good players, but not like the same volume of players. If that makes sense. Like they've done a tremendous job of developing players, but not like
Mhm.
as. I think their average players would be higher. Like the total kind of drags them down, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just because they'll have fewer stars than most teams, but like the stars they do have are really, really good.
14 pancakes from Connor.
Wow, I realize
Good
Sarasota has like half of their players.
I have brought up here the numbers I got from numbers. So it's average wins per season, I believe. So Portland had 8.25. This is from S21 to S28. Second with London 7.88. Third Bondi 7.13. Fourth was Tijuana on 7. Fifth was 6.75 for Dallas. Minnesota in 6th on 6.63. KCC had 6.13 in 7th. And then Norfolk had a flat 6.
Right, so that's wins per season.
I believe so. So 1 or 2 extra wins is probably enough to push.
The highest one was like 8.
8.25. They had 8, 5, 5, 6, 7, 13, 11, 11.
The SFL commissioner surprised with how inconsistent
No,
the
it's
SFL
not
teams
that.
are.
I think it kind of speaks to the parity in the DSFL that, like,
The worst records at 6 out of 14.
team has one game over 500.
And the losing ones is exactly 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's build your whole roster over every. I mean, if you want to, you want a real, I'm saying if you want a real a real crash course in trying to build a roster year by year, DSFL is a great place to learn that.
Although fun part is rebuild takes a season.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
Right.
You need to rebuild, you can do it.
So I gotta think, like, for DSFL, developing the best players, the best owners, the best people, usually saw you then get destroyed in call-ups the next season. But as S22 regresses, you're going to see a lot more call-ups coming from all teams. Less players standing down as long as they do. That's also going to start to shape up and change the DSFL. Should we get
Wait,
to
no,
the...
Definitely,
I think it's
it's
worth
definitely a
noting that,
fun
like-
league to be a GM of.
Like, save a couple of teams, like, call-ups tend to be pretty average across the entire DSFL. Like there's no team that tends to get ravaged by call-ups more than others. You know?
Yeah, everyone has that season where they lose no one and then lose everyone. It's just a matter of time.
Yep.
I'm about to say, all of you here have actually been DSFL gyms, have you?
Yep.
Yes.
Except
Yep.
me. I really am the odd one out here.
Almost made it.
Russ, if you're watching, help me out. Anyway,
Absolutely the
should we
perfect
get
time, I
to
think,
the
to say to, like,
raffle?
any younger players that are pretty new in the league that want to get involved, just like talk to your GMs, and they're always looking for people to help and get involved.
Basically, anyone that
yeah,
shows some
Get in the
dedication
war
to the
room,
team.
Get scouting.
DSFL is a great
I-
place to
I-
learn the ropes of
Fox
being a
Crash.
war member.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
I became a DSFL GM because I was the only one who applied.
That's the best
I
job.
became a DSFL GM because I was the only one that was active.
Hey, you and your co-GM and
Oh yeah,
Hall.
and Hall. Hall was GM first, and he picked from the actives on the team, which is just
Yeah,
and
no.
Cal, but Cal was in GM.
Like as much as we joke, like the DSFL is if you want to get into the war room, like most, if not all, DSFL teams will help you out with that, and you can get a better idea of what it's like to be in a war room in the league in general. It's a great place to get your feet wet, and anybody that joined this league with any kind of ambition to being a part of the management side. I know when I joined, that was kind of one of the things I thought was going to be the most interesting in terms of like the simulation management aspect versus the simulation player, because for me personally, the idea of being a GM of an NFL team was kind of like easily my dream job. So just kind of getting involved there. If you have any kind of inclination that way, try to get in a DSFL war room and start there, because that's where you get your feet wet and get going.
And
Yeah, well said. No one will ever turn down a scout, I don't think.
if you
Yeah,
pretty
no,
much
exactly.
show a bit of promise, like that you're working for the team, you're active either in the locker room or doing stuff like media, just seem like you have half a brain. I mean, if Frost can get a GM job, I'm sure most of you can get a DSFL War Room if you want it.
Dang.
So we get
If
to
you're
the
a
raffle now.
DSFL prospect, also a huge way to boost your stock is say I want to get involved with management.
Yeah, for sure.
Raffle time, baby!
Raffle time.
I think we're saving the
So
Edelman
this
shirt.
one's the PT pass, right?
Yes, it
I
will
believe
be.
Yeah,
so.
not Katassa won that one.
Which has 7 entrants with 4 winners. So,
Oh my god.
will be interesting.
I
You just
entered
know
this?
that
I forgot.
QS is gonna win this just because Cat said.
I'm gonna win it twice, baby.
So I'm hoping for a punt clean sweep. And there's usually only
Wait, can I
5.
actually win it multiple times? What's going on here?
You can only win it up to twice. So punt, Pat is guaranteed to win at least 2.
What happens if I win it twice?
Well, then all your entrants are gone, and then Pat wins it twice.
No, I'm just saying, do I
It's
get twice the PT pass?
Well, yeah, each one is a single PT pass. So you'll be
Do I
covered
gotta
for
roll
2
it on to next
PTs.
season? Oh hell yeah, Pat! Don't fuck me on this.
So if Pat gets all 4,
on,
he'll be
Pat,
covered
come
for
on,
4 out of the
come on,
5
Pat.
PTs in the season.
Isn't
Come on,
doesn't
Pat.
doesn't
It's
Pat
not even
already
a
have
full
GM
PT
pass?
pass.
Well, that's only for Ultimates week.
Yeah. GM
Yeah.
pass is only Ultimate Week. PT
you.
pass is stuff like updating, auditing.
Wow.
I don't think anything else has it, because then Sim Predictions is Sim Team. Which is great, because between all my
know
jobs,
head
I don't have to
office
do a
doesn't
single
get
PT.
passes.
I don't have to do a PT Predictions or Ultimate
Buy
Week.
them.
Darkness, can you tell me how much the PT pass auction sold for?
The PT Pass auction, yes, I can. I think it sold for over 50. It ended up selling
Wow,
for
man,
$66.
if I win this twice, this is the best $4 I ever
It
sold.
ended up winning for $66. The Ultimate
didn't
Week
have one
sold for
increase. That was
$45.
Raffles OP. Let's spin this.
Let's spin to win.
Darkness, could you
Bagel.
also tell me what the combined raffle for the Tijuana locker room and the auction for the Tijuana locker room combined for?
The
That
auction
went
went for
really high.
$132.
Ah, congratulations.
The Tijuana raffle went for $175.
Nice.
175 plus 132 is $207.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think the worst thing in the world is that Maddie bought my player name for $130 and won't tell me what he's changing it to.
Remember, do need
Stressed
just
about
just remember, Maddie, HR approval.
Also, just remember, Maddie, anime.
You know, I actually watched my first anime like a few hours ago. I have to say,
Really?
What you watch?
it was not as bad as I
It
thought.
was Boku no Pico.
Oh, God.
No, I watched Raftali Chance series.
Punt. Pat
Which
wins
is-
I was
again.
being harassed like
Oh my
every day
god,
by
Pat's
several
gonna kill
things.
me for a bit.
So
Wait, you didn't
now
take off? Did you take? I thought no. Pat had 4 entries. You only taken off 1 of his.
I've
This
taken
is
off
rigged.
2. What do you mean? There was 7. He had 5
I
entries.
thought he only had 4.
He had 5.
It was
no.
rigged
Yeah,
from
no.
the beginning.
Oh,
No,
no.
there were 7 entries.
Give it another shuffle just so your names aren't next
Thanks,
to
I
each other.
hate it.
I'll give you a good luck
The
shuffle.
only anime I've ever watched, if you can count it as that, is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's not an anime.
Pat,
No,
we'll
but
give
it's
you
still
those.
a good
The
show.
And
first
Cat is actually
episode
gonna
of
clean sweep this.
One Punch Man, that was because a
Save it
girl
for the
showed
anime
to
charity
me.
stream.
I've only watched 1 when I actually was in Japan, my friend. I watched it with him. Which was,
Other than Avatar, it was because I liked a girl and she wanted to show me One Punch Man.
Pat, you
That's
gotta
it.
give me 1. You gotta give me 1 here, Pat. Come on.
Fair.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shuffle until...
I
see if
mean,
can't
we all
tell.
gotta be cheering for Pat here, because it would be hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, for
No.
sure.
You guys know.
Q West already used his luck
Bagel,
on the
bagel,
Mom,
bagel. No!
Mom,
Go! Nice!
So, Pat has won all 4
The clean sweep.
huge dub.
cleans. Hey, look, it's Google Chrome.
I hereby curse the Philadelphia Liberty for 4 seasons.
Oh no. They're gonna win the Ultimates now just because he said that.
I
Yep,
spill
4
my
years
blood
in a
for
row.
this curse.
4 years in a row, they're gonna be the first team to ever four-peat it. All because of you.
So, congrats to Pat for now no longer having to do PTs. Oh, I think he still has to do 1.
Worst $4 I ever spent. Them kids, man.
So, now we're up to our final game. The grand final. Bondi Beach playing host... Sorry, Myrtle Beach Buccaneers playing host the KCC? No, Dallas.
I mean, if you want to just put
This is
Kansas City in there,
This
that's
is a
cool.
replay of
It's
the.
definitely Dallas.
This is a replay of the S27 Ultimate. You know.
I don't know. My brain doesn't go that far back.
Maybe our DSFL commissioner will know the results of the DSFL playoffs.
Yeah, it was
I'm just kidding,
Coyotes,
that's
Bird
rich.
Dogs, Dallas with the big dub.
Wait,
It
is this-
was
I
the
thought- no,
it was
Kansas
the
City lost.
battle of the dogs.
Kansas City lost the game. Why do we think Kansas City
Yeah.
was still in this? I heard Kansas City was still in this.
That was my mistake. The game's all loaded.
Oh.
Should we get underway?
Stink.
I'm being
Let's
told
do
in
it.
DMs to give a shout out to our Big Ed. There you go. Okay, moving on. Here we go. We're starting the game with the
Ed?
final.
Oh no, you have to.
Big
you have to
Ed.
specifically
Do
not
we
give him a
have
shout
a
out. He did
Big
the same.
Ed?
So who? Oh my God, Zoe Watts
Oh,
first
no.
play. I was gonna ask,
Wow,
do we
Dallas
have
has the big
a?
and even bigger plays?
I was gonna take predictions. Who's going to win this game? The third
I think
seed,
Obviously,
third seed
the
Myrtle
Buccaneers.
Beach or 5th seed Dallas?
they got that. They got that Raftali Chan, man. Don't know what to say.
That's one. McGriddle, who you going for? Who's gonna win?
I'm thinking Myrtle Beach.
Got Myrtle Beach, Modern Duke.
Sorry, what was the question?
Which team's gonna win?
Oh, Beach. I can't root for Dallas.
Beach, Q West.
Nice.
I've got Dallas in this. This
You got
this has been a
Dallas?
tournament about passing the ball, and Dallas has got a lethal passing attack.
And then Tom
Okay,
Hanks. What
passing
about you?
touchdown from
Sweet Wolves.
Derek Moore.
Okay, so also, I wonder if people would be interested because I can speak to numbers. Would people want a file released from like week 1 file so people can play around with these rosters in full? I wonder if that might be
I think
something.
that'd be fun.
Again,
That way you can actually reenact
massive
the
shout out to
training
numbers.
player.
See, deal the rosters together, did custom schedule. So what we happen is the round 1 games were in week 1 and used all future weeks to like use different variations of games. So like this is like the week 7 game. Just because you know the sim's not easy to use. Big sack for -5 yards.
We should see who wins the actual championship in this file.
that.
That'd be fun.
I will,
Oh, it's Uber.
I will
Big
do that
game.
at the end. I will do anything to extend the
Good
time that
position for
Bailey
Myrtle
has
Beach
to
here.
wait.
Yeah, after this, we're gonna do the full season, and then we're gonna redo the whole tournament.
Oh,
Then
dang, that
we'll
was
do
such
the,
a wasted
Missed
Edelman.
field goal
interception
by
there.
Blumenfield.
Unfortunate series.
To be fair though, it might look a bit weird with how the stream setup is, but I can try my best.
Ooh, they go for it on
Dallas
fourth and
had
get it.
Dallas had
What's
really
the-
good, Myrtle Beach had really good field position there.
What a run!
But Sally
Ooh.
Watts is too strong.
Another
Well, Beach's
touchdown.
defense is just getting murdered in game.
Well, when you have a really good secondary, just run the ball.
Mhm.
Dallas
I
done
mean,
their
let's,
homework.
We need more Raftali
Dallas
runs
just
out
have
here.
such an advantage at the running back position.
Oh.
Like, who even could contend with them on the Myrtle Beach side?
Bailey just
Literally
messaged.
no
Bailey
one
messaged
would
me
be
saying
able
how
to
much
run
he
the ball
loves
range.
me making him wait. You're
It's
welcome,
just,
Bailey.
It's just Big Ed, you know. You can run over that.
Chang picking up the first down. I think both teams are going
I
rush
guess
heavy.
Myrtle Beach do have a pretty good running back. They've got Ayers. He can do some work.
Dang.
They'll just chuck in a tight end at fullback and let them go. You see, they're talking about the tight ends. Angler picking up a touchdown. Field goal good to tie the
My
game
favorite
back up.
tight end.
We've been known this game is about the tight ends. The tight ends for Myrtle Beach can produce here.
The
They're gonna
ends
be
are
in this
certainly
game.
There's a
tight.
penalty and a neutral zone infraction.
It's kind of weird to see a
Oh, he
DSFL
gets it
like,
past.
in between
Ooh,
teams.
49 yards.
Oh,
Ooh, Uber just got
McJimison, Uber,
big
still
burn.
bad. Winchester,
I'm just
another
very
sack.
surprised to see a DSFL game that doesn't
Winchester's
have a
been
million
playing hard.
penalties every 5
I think
seconds.
Winchester's got a sack every game.
Dallas
I'm
actually
thinking
been pretty
Winchester is
consistent.
probably my tournament MVP.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't know
gonna
if it's
say
just
he's
because I
Good
see
call.
him
out of
pop
his
up so
mind.
much, but
Good
god
shot.
damn,
Yeah, it's like every
Like,
big
yeah.
defensive play is just him.
impact play every game.
Some will say
Oh,
he really
go
knows
for
how
it.
to be
Oh.
on time and show up, and how to consume screen time.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for an MVP on the Myrtle Beach side, it's got to be Winchester.
Only a 31-yard
God.
punt there.
Raftali can. Come on, I need an MVP.
Mickey Mouse.
If Watts wasn't doing so much work this game, I'd say it's a pretty clear Miles Jack MVP for Dallas, but they've been pretty spread out all over the ball. Don't know about any big defensive plays. Haven't seen
Ooh,
enough
look
of
at that
those.
run.
First and goal, second and
Spike the ball.
goal. Broken up,
Ooh,
third and
incomplete.
goal. Can they get it done? Yes, they
Ooh,
can.
James
Angler for
Angler
a
with the
second
second
touchdown.
Tight end. If you're in the red zone, pass it to your tight ends. Your 3 stellar tight ends.
They're bigger,
You know,
they're
fun
meaner,
fact, they'd
they're
actually
better.
they would if they didn't have people swap, they would have 5,000 TP tight ends.
No, you had Uber would have been a tight end before swapping.
And then
And they
Lucy.
call us poor TE land, man.
Well, you all draft the most. They just don't turn out good.
I mean, there was one draft where Portland drafted like 5 consecutive tight ends.
Yeah, and I think like none
That's
of them
great.
stayed
3
at tight end.
consecutive.
Yeah, I think it was 3
One
or 4.
did. Dave Batista.
Frick, who's now retired, and good old Jimmy Garoppolo, who actually
Yeah.
plays for Myrtle Beach.
Probably could have used some Dave Batista. Dave Batista's
Give
probably
me
different
plays
between
for
us when
Kansas
he
No,
was
City.
there.
Gibby,
Wait,
yeah,
plays for
Gibby does not
Kansas?
play for.
Either way.
Yeah,
What am I thinking?
he's not. He was a waiver pickup for the Beach,
That's waiver picker. That's what it is.
but not actually on the team. Dang, I suck at running the ball.
54-yard punt to get some
Amen.
field position. Dallas trying to
Ooh.
probably
Ooh.
Safety.
They
Safety
recently
watch.
retired.
Shout out to all the retired players making make plays in these tournament games.
Well, like you know, if Minnesota had Bubba Thumper, Wokers. He's retired. They also had Silver Banana. That's Golden Apricot's kicker. I think
Greedy
that's
Slides
Yeah.
player.
Slides player.
Apricot recreated.
Mm-hmm.
Walker has
Oh, big
Chico.
play.
Oh,
Ooh,
There's
what a touchdown.
63-yard
This
touchdown.
is a game.
no.
Come
Defense.
on,
Come
Skip.
on, bro. Steve?
Myrtle Beach, of course, would have Rob.
I'm still counting that as a tight end touchdown because of the position swap.
Greedy Sly was retired.
Pretty sly. Anyone else?
Skip,
Anyone
not
else
a,
from Dallas?
tight end
Wow.
anymore?
We're down by 1.
No, Skip
Let's run
changed
the
to
ball.
wide
Wide
receiver,
receiver.
last season.
Okay.
Him and Simo, who I'm not going to try and say his player name, they both swapped to wide receiver.
Font.
His player name is actually so cool because his renders Chad
Ocho
Johnson / Ocho Cinco and whatever, Ashford, whatever. It's
Portland don't have a player older
Yeah,
than
the one
S20,
you
which
spit
is
out of your
Desmond
mouth.
Scarlett.
It's not technically 85. It's just 8'5", but so is Ocho
Yeah, well,
Cinco.
same,
So.
same thing. Yeah.
Pretty young Portland team, actually. Why am I looking at Portland when it's Dallas playing?
Portland's just the best.
Okay, Dallas. That's 22.
A 1-point game. Truly a slobber knocker.
Portland have...
Sorry, truly a
It's
what?
an interesting
Slobber knocker.
vocabulary
A
word to
slobber
use
knocker.
there.
No, Portland... I keep saying Portland. Dallas. They only have S22 players. And since these players were taken from the Week 16 file,
Ooh,
they would have
they
actually
took the
been
lead.
with no regression.
Yeah.
So this Dallas team is like as good and as like peak as they could be.
Rodicus Scotticus making a big playicus.
Oh,
BBB
conversely, with
or
the lack
MBB?
of regression, you also have no players older than, like, players who are through their first season of regression are a boon to a team, not a detriment.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
8 minutes
while
left in the fourth quarter.
it is as good, it's not like it's an advantage over teams that have players in regression thoroughly enough. And what
William Limp with a touchdown.
Wow, that was like, that drive took like 10 seconds.
Was
Yeah.
quick, yeah.
They did still take, I think, 2 or 3 minutes off the clock in that drive.
5.5,
Oh,
5
that
minutes.
was
It's
good enough.
a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
chewed
time
a
to
little
do
bit
stuff.
off.
3rd and 3, big down.
The clock was at over 8
Did they-
minutes, and
Look, it's the
the
tight
They
end.
get it. And a neutral
Myrtle Beach
zone,
took the possession
1st
at
and
6
5.
minutes.
Third and
Call me
1, big
crazy, but
play.
If I'm Dallas,
And they
I would
get
have
it
gone for
through
2
Boyd.
there.
Yeah, that would have been
They
smarter.
probably should have, but the sim gonna sim.
Sim's gonna
Ooh.
sim.
Whoa!
38
it's not a
yards for
touchdown, though.
Despacito.
Jackie Daytona coming up big.
Touchdown.
Ah, the now
I don't think we've said
offensive
enough
lineman.
about how much of a David versus Goliath that this is for Daytona coming up against Jack.
And the 2 points.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah, Daytona by far the worst quarterback in this tournament.
3-point
But
lead.
He's playing good.
Overtime game, maybe?
That's
They're
big.
gonna get up to the 40-yard line. A minute and 19 left.
2nd and 3.
At this
Dang.
point,
Timeouts.
like they're in
Get the
field goal
first
range,
down.
Our
so-
secondary. No, the secondary is collapsing.
Oh, 11 yard
Oh.
sack. That's
What
massive.
a Oklahoma.
And remember, Dallas have no timeouts here.
They
2nd
didn't
and
apply
21.
a single pointed TPE in the DSFL, but
And-
they're applying themselves now.
Dole
Oh,
hits
there
the
it is.
48 yarder.
Oh, good from Dallas Dole.
Oh,
remember,
they hit
There's
it.
some
He had one of the
time
weaker
left.
kickers, and they still got
Oh.
it. Can they get the breakaway? No, it's
Oh,
a
that's
sack.
No, that's gonna. They've got a timeout, so they've got another play here.
Alright. To the
Nah.
tight end.
It's gonna be a punt away. 15
William Lim
seconds.
with the
Can they
final-
do it? Nope.
No way,
It's gonna-
right?
Oh.
Oh no!
jeez.
Oh.
They don't have the time to
Close,
spike
though.
it or
We have
hold
overtime.
timeout.
34-34.
Give it to William Lim to just take the game away.
So what have we seen from each team that we like
He
so
does
far?
like to do that.
The running game from Dallas.
I
They've just
mean,
made
from
so
Dal-
many
from
longer
Dallas-
plays.
Explosive offense.
It's
all
the-
over
it's the-
place.
Yeah,
Explosive.
very explosive.
I mean, the big thing is, like, you'd like to see a bit better defense at this point, right?
Yeah,
Myrtle Beach has had a few
ironically.
critical sacks, but they haven't
It-
been able to roll up in the
Yeah,
consistency.
no, it feels like Dallas should have ran away with this one, but they just haven't.
Let's see what
I
happens.
think if you're going to say
Yeah.
one thing about Myrtle Beach, you're going to talk about those tight ends, and man, have they been tight in this game.
So we're going to have tight ends versus running backs. Who wins? We'll
They got
find out.
that gritty personality.
It's going
Ooh,
to
I
be...
Imagine just a
return.
touchdown off of the return, and it's all over.
That would have been very ironic.
So we're gonna be seeing
Myrtle Beach with the first
getting it.
possession. That's a
They-
critical advantage.
4th and
but
1.
I don't.
They take it
Let's
and
go to
make
overtime.
it.
Oh, look
Wow.
at my
It's a
everyone's
big
favorite
play.
running back.
Ballsy
First
play
on
call
4th
from the
down.
Buccaneers. 3rd and
And they
1.
get it again.
Big play.
Oh,
Good
20,
conversion there.
26 yards,
And
27
that's
yards
what you
out.
hand off to your better running back in
Ooh.
that critical position.
Does that get them over
like on
the-
4th down
another
when they handed it.
17 yards away?
And at this point, Dallas gets a pick or they lose. Like,
They can
4th
force
and 3.
the
27-yard field goal.
Reflect that. They've got
Ooh,
the
oh
that's
my
a good
god, I
return,
forgot we
too.
switched to
touchdown
21.
takes it.
In DDSPF 16, if they got a field goal, they won in
They
overtime.
would have ended it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the stupidest thing.
That's because it was made
I
when
mean,
that was
that
still
was
the
the
rule.
NFL rules at the
Yeah.
time.
At the time, that's
Chunk
how it was
plays.
the rule.
Chunk
Dallas
plays stay rolling
needing
for
to get the
Dallas.
touchdown here. 2nd and 7 on the 35. 3rd and 1.
I think they're
Get
in
it
field goal range.
done.
Big.
Well, they're in field
If-
goal range now, although, you know,
They can keep. They can keep.
Dallas
Wow, that's-
had like
Who needs a field goal?
William
Lim
Lamb.
touchdown.
What an ending.
Sit on a 20-plus yard play to William Lim to win it.
What?
I don't know what
Play.
defense that they were running, but it was not the good defense.
I have no. He had that middle of the field wide open.
Oh wow, with only 20
Oh,
seconds
yeah.
left too. Gosh, who is the defensive
Phenomenal.
coordinator?
You had some amazing plays in that tournament from Miles Jack and from Zoe Watts, but I think you have to give it to William Lim as the tournament MVP.
Must have Dan Quinn back there.
Let's see, playoffs MVP.
16 of
20
20.
seconds left. Right? If this was like the week 7 game, right? The game would have interpreted that as a tie. So what the hell would we have done
Dang,
for
so-
our own tournament?
3rd down
Darkness, you give Big Ed a shout out and he wins player of the game.
See, 13 tackle game. Holy.
Big Ed. 13 tackles
Oh,
for your
his
defensive
hairline
line.
in that looks great.
God
That Ed
damn,
is
for a
big.
D lineman?
Defensive
Yeah, unless
tackles.
they're playing him at linebacker or something.
Big Ed doing Big Ed things.
That
It's
wide
3
receiver.
100
Top
yards
have-
four
receivers.
wide receiver. 3 out of the top 4 receiving options for Myrtle Beach. Tight ends, baby.
Secondary.
And
Man,
Dallas
look at
got
Daytona balling out. 4 touchdowns for him that game. That is, whoever said the David versus Goliath comment, you're not wrong.
And 3 to Angler.
He really kept his team in that game.
Wait,
for
3
sure.
to Angler. Ooh.
Mango Panda also getting 12 tackles and 3 pass deflections.
Look at this. Look
Nick
at the
Jimerson was
CSC
really
players
hot or
balling
cold
out.
in that game. Got dotted up a few times, made a few big
No,
plays.
I'd say more cold than hot. He had the pick, but that was
Watch.
that
Any
was
big
lucky.
pankickers? Yes.
No, there was 14 for KCC in the other game, but nothing.
Buckley had 9. That's pretty good.
Heck, Buckley. No double digits, not
Dang.
good enough.
Oh, did the Bird Dogs not have any O
Shout out to
line?
Vegeta for the safety in that game. What
Bird
a good
Dogs
way to end the
only
tournament out.
Bird Dogs only had the one O line, I think.
Wow, that's
Who
Yeah,
was-
Slurms McKenzie. You missed. He had a 17 pancake game in there for his tournament
Yes.
match.
oh jeez.
Yep.
Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
That would
That
be
is
the
so
record.
Many pancakes.
If that was a stack of flapjacks in front of you, you'd be dead before you finished.
And I'll do that so you can see all the bots got pancakes.
And yeah, that is the opposite of a short stack. That is a large stack of pancakes.
A very large stack.
So Dallas get it done.
Congratulations, Dallas.
Very well done
Go
indeed
tweet
to the
wolves.
team. Now I don't have the screen set up, so you kind just gonna adjust me. Do the quick sim, and we have Portland coming out in top. Norfolk taking last seed.
I mean, easy peasy.
Ooh, Norfolk.
Portland went 11 and 3.
Just
Norfolk
goes
went
to
2 and
show-
12. Conference
Just goes to
games:
show how
Portland
much we
versus
love the
Minnesota.
choke. Oh no, we're not gonna watch the whole thing.
No, because I can't show it up. Portland beat Minnesota. Dallas v Myrtle
Wow.
Beach. Myrtle
Oh,
Beach
wow,
puts
that was
50.
crap.
That was in.
Just think of how
So
differently that
Dallas
game could
is
have
just
gone
the
for
best, is
Myrtle
what
Beach.
we've learned.
So the stream can't actually see this because it's just I don't have it set up in OBS. It doesn't fit well.
55-28. Myrtle Beach beats Dallas in the conference championship.
Daytona
Jackie
went
Daytona.
22
Wow.
for 26.
22. Whew.
Portland Pythons take the game against the Minnesota Grey Ducks on the other side.
But they
37
lose against
27.
Bondi Beach.
Oh.
Oh, they did
Oh my
lose.
gosh.
4 touchdowns.
The
for the
48 to
Championship
42
game
loss.
against Myrtle Beach. Portland. It was all lost from the beginning.
And
Daytona,
Jackie
really.
Daytona, 35 of
It just goes
47,
to show
400
you
yards.
give your quarterback some good tight ends. He's really gonna.
20,
He's really
22
gonna
points in the
smack
third
them
quarter.
cheeks.
Hey, Austin needs to figure out what Bondi's running. No, Myrtle.
Austin needs to trade for James Angler, Clark Boyd, and Heath Evans.
All they need are the 3 top tight ends in the league.
Easy peasy.
Not that hard.
So, with that done for a bit of fun, that leaves
Just
us
takes
with
a little bit of tampering and elbow grease.
one thing. There is one thing left to do.
Spin
Edelman.
that wheel.
Edelman.
So there is 50.
Do we have Bagel? Did Bagel enter for this?
No.
Doesn't
So we
matter.
have
How many
one
times
entry,
is Bailey on
One
that
from
list?
Zane.
A couple times.
one from
How
Zane,
does
one from P Money. I'll bring up my list.
Bailey and
Zan.
Russ dominate
That's
this?
Zan.
One Zane,
Hey, oh,
one Zane, one P
Zan.
Money. There is 2 from Lim Jakey, 4 from Glims, 15 from Bailey, and 30 from Russ Drives the Bus. Now, as the one that's been running this,
I really hope that neither of those two win because I just would find that
ever
so
since
funny.
I put
we
this up, Bailey has non-stop been talking about how much he's gonna buy it, how much he wants this, and been looking for a jersey.
I bet Zane
Are
or
we,
P
are we
Money. I want
voting?
one of them to
We
win.
gotta vote for either ZP Money or Zan. I don't know who we want to choose between the two.
I'll pick P Money
I,
because
I,
Zane's
I was
profile.
going to
Zan,
sign up for
Zan.
this, but then my debit card got hacked, so I had to cancel it, so I couldn't donate anything.
That's not good.
It was a
That happens
huge
when you're
bummer
among
because I
the
really wanted one of
criminals in
these.
the
It would have made a
aisle.
perfect gift for a friend of mine.
Well, I think Russ is doing it for his brother. Is a massive Pats fan. I think he said where Bailey has all his uniform. So I hope Bailey's watching. I know you were watching with
Bailey
your
has his
fiance at
own
one point.
edition.
All right.
So there is
I
an
think we're ready.
85%
Shuffle it up.
chance that it's either Bailey or Russ wins. So let's go the
It'd be interesting
15%.
to see who gets this non-Hall of Fame player.
Shuffle it around. Just because I'm going to be annoying, I'm going to increase the spin time to 20 seconds.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh,
Torture.
oh, he's a
Suspense
menace.
is terrible. I
Yeah, we'll
hope
make it
will last.
25.
Oh, he's making it more.
Oh.
Are we ready to go?
Let's
Let's
get
do
it.
it.
Bailey, do I see you, Bailey? I don't know if you were messaging, so well, let's go.
P Money.
Zan, Zan,
Right.
Zan.
There you go.
Hey,
There
money.
you go.
P Money coming around at the top of the wheel.
Yeah, well, honestly, let's
Yeah, it's Quest.
Coming around,
oh,
going to Glims.
oh.
Bailey, P Money.
Nope.
Is it Ross?
Ru-
Is it gonna go to Bailey?
Oh
Bailey.
No, Bailey wins.
Bailey gets it!
Wait, no,
Wait,
no.
it's so close. It's
I
so
lied.
close.
Oh,
It's-
Bailey got it!
Oh,
Oh!
Bailey won.
P Money
Bailey.
robbed.
I just know for a fact that tears of joy are running down his face right now.
Bailey, congratulations.
Absolutely.
You got what you want.
We also give a shout out to Volt here for
Oh,
donating such a remarkable
definitely.
fucking prize.
Like, a signed
Yes.
jersey.
Absolute.
There's a picture of it. If you ever go look at the auction thread, there's a picture of it. But one of, I shouldn't say, but probably one of the best auction items put up there during this event.
Future Tampa Bay.
I would
legend,
just say
Julian
the
Edelman.
best.
Like, but then to everyone, like the Dots team, the amount that they put up and they earned through has been incredible. So I want to give them a massive shout out as well. $300 from the charity
Put my
series.
Ducks place to work.
The charity raffle was like an extra $100. They got about 150 through all the different auctions. But in general, though, everyone that don't put something up for perks, for an auction, raffle, the casino pledge, there was 3 users that did that. The milestones, everyone did a amazing job of being generous. To finish off with almost 3.4 thousand, to get 3,004, almost $3,400 was really shows what this league's about. I'll check one last time. I don't know if the total donations increased. But between all 6 sim leagues that participated, we are at $13,800 to Children's Organ Transplant Association. So everyone should be really proud of that.
That is
Awesome.
very awesome.
Fantastic.
And I think it was TC that came up with the idea in respect to Mark Spector, and with him, someone who was part of our league, but it's just absolutely amazing what we did. I know the charity, the organisation themselves are apparently with the talk of the office, and we're going to try and recruit a few of them to our leagues.
Oh yeah, better come. Did we reach the free training and free TP milestones?
Yes, every single milestone was reached. We had milestones up to $2,000, and we smashed that.
To and including the hot dog pie that 37th will have to eat.
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
no.
he will.
Oh yes.
No,
So-
no, 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 no.
I
He
don't
has
think
to
I wish
record
that
himself
upon my
doing
worst
so.
enemy. Well, have you
No,
seen
no, 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 no.
Augustus Vaughn, whatever his last name is?
Of course, Augustus
Oh,
von Hemlich.
Yeah, his diet is truly an interesting one.
I brought it up here on the stream. I'll share my screen so you can see all the milestones as well. So all in
I had an
all,
unofficial milestone.
we
if
get
hit
13 dots
2500.
packs. You see, CLG streaming, taste on his emoji script. Stadium Gambler's gonna raffle off his own copy of the sim, so look true to that if you need it. Casino, everyone will get a $1.5 million free bet for the next season. There will be 3 free TPE, plus a free weekly training, which I'll work that out quickly with Heysho and get info up on how that's happening. TPE is probably going to be similar like last time, posting here to insta-claim it. Weekly training probably go up for maybe next week, I would say, Tom Hanks. That probably sounds about right.
But it does.
Discord AMA. So for those who don't know, we have like some sort of partnership with Discord, like somewhat partnered with them. So anytime there's new stuff, we get like alerts for it. And they introduced this like really cool thing where you can essentially, for things like AMA or like talent shows, you can join, you'll be muted, and just speak and interact in like 1,000 user call. So we're going to look at using that for that podcast, so it's a lot more interactive. Whiskey presentation, if you ever want to learn about the history and all that, what different regions do. Zane will now become Zan until end of S31. We also know
I
about
believe it's Zan becoming Zane.
Zane becoming. I don't care. I'm saying it how I want to say
think
it.
the
God
best
damn
part
it.
about that is he's already changed. Like he's already changed it, and now people think that that's his actual name.
Yeah. As he said, 37th Chamber will be making and eating a hot dog pie. But my personal favourite, at 1,769, that's how much we ate last time, and we were not far off doubling how much we earned. And when this first started, Infinite actually messaged me saying, hey, with COVID and everything, I don't know if we want to make the goal that high. I originally had it at 2,000. And it made sense, but again, everyone in this league has done so much and been so generous and caring, giving, that we've absolutely smashed it away. And he will have to recognize yellow as an official Colorado color. So, get to it, Infinite. That's gonna be
Cannot wait for the Boise State style full yellow field for the Yeti next season. Bright yellow.
Honestly, the most exciting thing I'm looking forward to in season 29.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyone have some final word?
Infinite MPG, recognize yellow as an official color of the Colorado Yeti.
Yeah.
It's official.
It boys, clip it.
Clip it and send it. Livestream fails, here we come.
Somebody make a GIF sig for that for Infinite's profile.
Yes, do it. BR will do it.
Oh god.
Anyone else have some final words before end stream?
Ooh,
I don't
me.
think. Oh,
If no one
okay.
else is gonna go, um, the last time we did a charity drive, I was sort of in charge, and I know how much hard work it takes to run this charity drive. So I just want to give some appreciation to Darkness. He's been taking the hold of this whole charity drive, and it has been a success beyond all of our wildest dreams. So I just want to make sure that we all thank Darkness for all the hard work that he's put in, all the forum posts, tracking everything, because that's a lot of work. And so you've done a wonderful job.
The worst part is there's now like 100 forum posts, so I have to track my like activity check. I can't find it. I have all these posts everywhere. But thanks for that. Been a pleasure doing it. And there's still 20 people watching, so thank you for those. I see you, Mags. You're welcome for this. I hope everyone enjoyed. And Infinite, you want to give us a honk to send us out?
Honk honk.